It's fight night! What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Atomic Drop Podcast. I'm your host, the Bat Fry, Kenny Fry. And next to me is our boy,
Adam the answer.
Adam the Answer. And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the showstopper himself, Cowboy
What's
Dave.
up, everybody? The Showstopper is here. What's going on? We have a lot to talk about, big man. Let's get started.
Yep. We're here at, as you can tell, it's a Sunday early evening, not a late Saturday night. We all kind of had stuff going on, so we had to push it off a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit of a miniature episode. So we're not going to mess around. We're just going to go right into it. I have a couple questions for you guys from Monday Night Raw. We're not going to hit every match, but we're going to hit some pretty big points from Monday Night Raw. So Matt, Raw starts off with Damian Priest and Jey Uso. So they're out there. They're barbing with each other, actually showing each other kind of a little bit of respect and stuff like that, which was kind of surprising in my book. But that's almost like Priest, in my opinion, being like a dignified type champion, like trying to be the bigger, I'm the champion. I need to be more, like royalish or so. Does that make sense?
Sure.
But yeah, so he's there talking to Jay. They're going back and forth a little bit, and it's just as it's about to end. Their little words back and forth. You have the human bobblehead JD McDonough come in and try to attack Jey Uso, but he misses and he clocks Priest and puts Priest down. And I'll tell you what, man, Priest was hot in the backstage, man. He was hot. And do you guys see this as the beginning of a bit of a rift or a bit of a crack in the Judgment Day? I know we've talked about this before in the past. It seemed like there was going to be Priest and Finn Balor, but that kind of settled down. They became champions, but now it seems to be no mommy there to hold the team together. Do you think this is going to start creating a rift? Because he seemed to be pretty upset with JD. He seemed to be pretty upset with Dom. Bringing in Andrade and stuff like that to help a tag team against Ricochet and or not Andrade. He brought in Santos Escobar to help against Ricochet and Andrade. So you guys feel like this is the start of something a little bit more serious for Judgment Day? Go ahead there, Cowboy Dave.
Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt, Judgment Day is definitely starting to fall. You can see it because Priest started going, Priest winning the title. He's saying, I did it on my own. And, he's going on doing it himself. And, blatant, not complimenting everybody else on the Judgment Day, which is that's what he does. But seeing McDonough come in there and chin Priest, that was good. I enjoyed that. I really did. It was good. And the fact that Jay ducked was great. Yeah. Jay moved out of the way. He's like, turn around, But, but if you think about it in the past, McDonough and Priest have never been on the same page with Judgment Day. So this only takes the cake right here. It really just, mixes it up even more than what it really was. Judgment Day is falling apart without Rhea. Rhea being out for 5-6 months, 4 or 5 months, whatever the case is.
Up to 6 months,
Yeah, something like that. And then what do you call it? Those two to lose the tag team titles, that hurt them too. So it's falling apart piece by piece, as you can see, week by week. But I love the fact that I love Jey Uso. He actually chinned Priest too, and that was good. I enjoyed that. So it's good. I like it. It's a good setup. But my question to you guys is, how long is actually Priest going to hold this title? I really don't know. If you guys can answer that, I'd appreciate it. I really don't know.
My opinion, a couple months. What do you think, Adam? I'm thinking SummerSlam. Go ahead, Adam. What do you think?
When are they in Drew's home country?
I think is that June.
I think it's June. June.
Yeah, I think that's after. That might be after Backlash.
Mm-hmm.
But the Clash at the Castle. I think that's June.
I think maybe SummerSlam or because they got to give them a couple months.
Yeah,
you can't go like a couple months, maybe SummerSlam.
Right.
Adam, do you think this is the beginning of a big crack in the Judgment Day with what happened on Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, isn't it basically because then appreciate I could do it on my own?
Yeah, he didn't.
So I think it's
over. He said, "I don't need your help. I ain't asking for your help. I don't need your help." And what's going to happen is they're not going to help him. He's going to get his ass beat, and he's going to be pissed. He's, where are you guys at? Where's the help? And I think stuff like that, it's gonna start creating a bigger descent in the Judgment Day.
Yeah, it's definitely a crack in Judgment Day. There's not even a question there. But it's just the fact that, like I said, how long does Priest hold this title? Does JD and Priest, are they going to go at it some more on Monday nights? It's just the walls are definitely cracking without doubt.
There's no way in hell Priest holds it all the way to next WrestleMania. No way.
No, I don't think so.
But I think if they take it off him at Backlash or wherever, like, pretty soon, like, if it's too quick, it kind of makes a joke out of him, and I don't think that's what they really want. Because I think they view Priest, as potentially as a next wave of top superstars.
Right.
Like they see him kind of on that fringe. Maybe not at the level of like Cody or a Seth or guys like that, or a CM Punk, or maybe not even as a Drew, but just below a Drew McIntyre. I think that's where they kind of view Damian Priest. But if they take it off him too quickly, that drops him down even more. That puts him right basically at a mid card. If he loses that first title defense, he loses it. That kind of takes a lot of credibility away from him.
Sure, absolutely. And I think I heard this, and Adam, you might know this better than I do. Did Finn Balor sign a new contract? I think I wasn't sure. I think I heard he did. Okay.
Yeah, he did. He announced it actually on I think it was X.
Okay.
It was something like he put on there, like, basically making it sound like he was leaving or retiring, and then you had to click the more button, and it opened up the rest of the post, and it said that he re-signed a new contract with WWE. And actually, now that you speak of that, Dave, it was Eileen actually that brought that to our attention.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Okay. Hello, Eileen.
Speak of the devil. Hello, Eileen.
And we got
the
our
number
boy
one fan
Sean.
for tonight.
Yeah, Eileen's the number one fan for tonight.
Yes, she is.
But Sean is challenging her.
Sean is
Eileen, you do have a challenge.
Hey, Sean, what's up?
Sean is challenged, all right. All right, so moving on from that, there's another question I wanted to pose to you guys. So last week we seen Awesome Truth versus DIY tag team title match. DIY loses. Johnny Wrestling shakes the hands of Awesome Truth, and Ciampa is pissed, and Ciampa does not. So everybody's like, "Oh, what is that about?" Well, we fast forward to this past week's Raw, and wrestle again. And it seems to be even more of a rift now. So do you feel like DIY is on the verge of a heel turn? That's including Ciampa and Gargano, because the way it looks right now, it's just Ciampa, just like we've seen with Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. It takes a little bit for the other one to kind of go with it. So do you feel like this is DIY's turning? You feel like they're going to be turning heel, which I think they might be better at, if you ask me. Go ahead, Adam. You start this one off first.
Yeah, I think they should. I think it's a good move for their career, and I think it should happen. So I think yes.
Dave?
I agree. I think DIY is starting to fall. They're not as you guys. I love tag team wrestling. You guys know that. I'm a big tag team wrestling fan. I go with it all. I've been the Prince of Killer Bees and the British Bulldogs back in those days. But with DIY, I kind of think. Like, it's kind of funny. I think I saw Johnny Gargano on NXT the other night. He was wishing Trick good luck on his match for the championship, which he just won against Dragunov.
Whoop that Trick.
Whoop that Trick. Right, exactly. So I was surprised. I saw him. I was surprised he was there to see that match because Johnny Gargano being on the main roster and everything. But no, DIY. I love him. I hope it doesn't. I hope the fact it doesn't go that direction. But it kind of looks like it's going to. But Awesome Truth. Gotta love them. They are the tag team champs, and how long they'll hold those belts, I have no idea.
I say at least 5 months. They are great. Our Truth and the Miz did for the business.
Yeah,
at least 6 months.
Okay,
they're funny.
I think much less than that. I think obviously it wasn't their first defense; they lost it, but I feel like fairly soon. I'd give it like a month or so. Not much more than that before they lose it to actually DIY. If they do the heel turn,
right?
That's what I said. If they do the heel turn, then I could see DIY taking it, gives them that little bit of extra. And sure. I do think that they're going to turn heel. I think they're going to be phenomenal at it. I think we've already seen Ciampa as heel. I don't remember seeing Gargano's heel.
No, I don't think Johnny Gargano's ever been heel. That's my knowledge, anyway.
And I know we've seen Ciampa as a heel before. I know we have a while back. I think before he got hurt and he missed a significant amount of time. But I also could be wrong about that. I'm wrong about a lot of things. So I'm actually kind of excited to see DIY kind of go to the dark side a little bit.
No, I'm going to agree with Adam on this one. I think I think Awesome Truth's going to hold that belt for at least 4 or 5 months. I think that's the case right now. They're the main attraction. R-Truth is, everybody loves R-Truth because of his funny stuff, like what he does. And Miz, Miz is better as a heel. Don't get me wrong, we all know that. But to me, with him and Truth, I think they could go on a good run. They could go 4 or 5 months.
I'm starting to love that tag team.
I am too. I'm a fan. I got to be honest. I like it.
I like him. I like Dave, like you said. I'm a bigger fan of Miz as a heel, but I do like Awesome Truth together. I really do. I just don't see it more than a month or so.
Okay.
At the most 2 months, but I just don't see it past that. I don't see 4, 5, 6 months like you guys.
I'm going to say I'll say at least 4. I'll go 4. I'll stick with 4.
All right. So moving on from those guys and DIY, Imperium. That's another one. We finally get to see Gunther since his loss. We finally get to see Gunther looking great. And, he's relaxed. He's saying, he thanked Sami Zayn for taking the pressure off of him by beating him for that championship. Sami Zayn deserves it. The hell of a match. And Gunther's now hunting. He said he can do what he wants. Now he's the hunter, which is fantastic to hear. But then they're interrupted by the New Day, which we've seen this song and dance so many different times. And Adam just said, the hell with it. Hey, there he is. What's going on, Adam? Hey, welcome back.
Oh, I didn't do anything.
You want a time warp or something there, fella.
I don't went from one to the other.
So back to what I was saying. So New Day kicks, music kicks in, and they're coming down. He goes trading barbs with the Imperium, and of course the same song and dance we've gotten so many different times. Imperium versus New Day. Even New Day acknowledges it. Like, hey, we've done this so many different times, but I think this one served a little bit more of a purpose than past matches have. With New Day beating Imperium, you seen Kaiser kind of turn on Vinci. Well, not kind of. He did turn on Vinci, and laid his ass out basically. And so now, and that was with Gunther's approval, as far as we can tell. So now, what happens there? Do we see Kaiser versus Vinci? Does Vinci kind of still tag along as the wounded dog, or what are we thinking from Imperium? Is Imperium done, or is it just going to be Kaiser and Gunther moving forward, and or what? What are we expecting to see here? Cowboy Dave, you would start this one off. The showstopper.
I definitely will. Absolutely, Vinci and Kaiser. You kind of knew it was coming eventually because Kaiser. You saw it weeks building up to this. You saw it coming. Good to see Gunther back, like you said. Good to see Gunther back. After losing the title and everything. But Vinci and Kaiser, gotta love it. I kind of like it. It could be if they do this right, this could be really good. These two could really go at it. But to me, there could be another member of Imperium. Dragunov.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I
do.
I can kind of see it, but he feels more like so much of an alpha dog. Dragunov, that would be really hard. Like, he would instantly step above Kaiser and be below Gunther, but I have a hard time seeing him being, because he's such an alpha dog, but I could see him being introduced to more of the mainstream wrestling fan as, this is this guy. He's going to be with these guys for a little bit until we get to know him a little bit better before he separates off. But yeah, that's interesting. I like that.
I mean, with Dragunov losing the title at NXT, they bring him up to the main roster. They could put him with Imperium with Imperium, which would be good. I think that would be actually would be really good. It just puts Vinci out in the cold, though. That's the only thing. But on this, but if, like I said, if they could do this right with Vinci and Kaiser, it could be really good.
Good. All right.
I think it'd break up Imperium, but it'd still be good. It'd still be good at the same time.
Yeah. Well, you'd almost have to feel it has to be somebody with foreign traits. You know what I mean? It has to be somebody a foreigner. It has to be a foreigner.
Sure.
And so, like you kind of look where else, what other foreigners do we have that could fit into Imperium if they're going to continue to be a stable, who else could fit in there? But like you said, Dragunov
would be. I think he'd be the perfect fit.
All right. Adam, what are your thoughts on Imperium?
I think Imperium is done. And did you notice, like, when he was talking, he said the winner of the King of the Ring gets a title shot of the choice of who they want.
Yeah. Yep. I heard Gunther say that, and I didn't know that's what they were doing with the King of the Ring, but they may very well be doing that. It's almost like a Money in the Bank briefcase, almost. It's the only difference is like you don't pick. I assume you wouldn't pick when you get that chance. You know, it's not one of those things that can happen anytime. But if this is the route they're going, where King of the Ring is a guaranteed championship match, would they do that at the next pay-per-view, or what? That was very interesting. Thanks for bringing that up, Adam. That's I forgot all about that.
Great point, Adam. Good job.
Yeah, I think that was Gunther said that, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Gunther said that.
Yeah,
By the way, before we get there, sorry guys. Congrats to the New Day who did beat Imperium in that match. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. And we've seen that again. We've seen that so many times. I feel like New Day's probably won the majority of those.
they got the majority. Yeah.
Yeah. And usually, whenever Imperium did lose, usually Kaiser would kind of give, Giovanni Vinci the crap about it. So like it was his fault all the time.
Well, didn't a few months ago Gunther say to those guys, say to Kaiser, I want you to take care of Vinci, and he, you're the guy who's make sure he's good,
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden we're months later and he takes him out, So
Gunther pretty much put him in charge, put Kaiser in charge of it,
right,
and kind of as his lieutenant or whatever. I don't know.
right.
If you want to stick with the whole ring general, ring lieutenant maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So moving on from there, we also had Drew McIntyre come out and start a promo, kind of talking about last week the week before we seen him kicking a TV over. He was all pissed off in the back. Which again, like I didn't understand. Like I don't remember the exact match that was going on where he kicked the TV, but I mean, like, why the hell are you kicking a TV? Like, what are you getting out of that? Kind of bummed me out a little bit, especially all the TVs that
if it makes him happy, whatever.
But then Sheamus
Adam kicks TVs all the time. He's used to it.
Adam, you a TV kicker?
No, I'll kick the TVs. Yes, we can.
I don't
TVs
care.
at work.
Trust me, I don't kick TVs. I friends, I've had my youngest daughter when she was little. I had a big TV out of like I don't know, it was like 65, 70 inches, whatever it was. It was huge. It was a monster. It was beautiful. She threw her sippy cup at it.
Ooh.
And that kind of took that one out. And then my little guy, my 5-year-old, I guess like a year or two ago, he whacked it with a toy hammer. He has a toy hammer, and I don't know what he was watching, but he seen them. They were hammering, so he wanted to hammer, and he hammered the TV. Took that one out of commission. It was a brand new TV again. So each TV I had less than a year before they got busted, and now the TV I have now is like a 32-inch that we've had for like 15 years. So there's no high definition. There's barely any definition. That's what it is now. But anyway, I have
a feeling we're throwing a lot of footballs at TVs this upcoming season. So get used to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun season.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Well, it's gonna be interesting. That's all I'm gonna say about that right now. We'll see what happens.
Good luck, KCD Lamb.
Right.
Howie Roseman raised the bar for you.
You're right. Exactly.
So Sheamus ends up wrestling Nakamura. Drew stayed out there at ringside. Sheamus and Drew have a long history. Long history as a tag team. Long history as foes. Long history as friends.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting to me. Like, what's the dynamic here? What's going to happen? I don't think we want to see another Sheamus and Drew McIntyre feud. I mean, I don't know what WWE's angling at here with it. But Sheamus did, beat Nakamura. It's a fairly long match. Sheamus looked, in my opinion, he looked better. He's still got a little bit of thickness to him, which, again, I didn't think was a big deal. But you can see he breathing very heavy in the ring.
He is. Yep.
And if you watch his old matches, just from before he got hurt when he was really super fit, like, look, just go back and watch his last match against Edge. It was Edge's retirement match in Toronto, and it was Sheamus versus Edge. Long match,
yes.
Great match.
Great match. Yeah, it was.
There's a couple botched spots, but it's still a really good match. And Sheamus, he looked good. He wasn't the huffing and puffing type Sheamus that you see right now, but it looks like he's slowly getting into better shape. You can see it knocking off some ring rust. He and Nakamura did a great job working on his neck because he had that surgically repaired neck.
Right.
I thought that's fantastic the way Nakamura just kept working on it and working on it. But then you have Sammy out there with not Sammy, Drew McIntyre out there with the golf clap, we call it.
Right.
For Sheamus kind of looking over at him. Yeah, I think he even gave him a little head nod, I think. So what are we looking at here, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus? Is this just like nothing, just kind of like, whatever, or are they going to cross paths again? Or are they going to be kind of like helpers, helping each other? I don't know, because Sheamus seems to be a face. Obviously, Drew's a heel. So what's going to happen there? Adam, what are your thoughts on Sheamus and Drew McIntyre? Are we going to see that feud again, or what?
I hope.
Are they going to be friends?
I just hope. I hope we don't see another feud. I just hope like they're friends. Like they get together like once in a while, help each other. Not another feud.
All right, Dave.
Let Drew go.
Go ahead, Adam. Well, and so Adam, real quick, we've seen it so many times, but usually their matches are really, really good. But it's again like the New Day and Imperium. You see it so many times, it kind of like it really loses its luster. It's kind of like it's stale. I don't think fans are going to want to see it, and that could really hurt Sheamus on his return. And it's not going to do a whole lot to Drew because you're just waiting for CM Punk to get healthy for Drew anyway. So, Adam, thoughts on that? No.
I agree with you on that.
Okay. Go ahead, Dave. Your thoughts on Sheamus and Drew?
I like the promo between those two. I thought it was really good. I watched it before we started the show. I like the fact that he was talking about the burger thing. I thought that was hysterical.
Instead of bangers, Sheamus it's a banger after banger. It's burger after burger.
Burger after burger. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. For Sheamus to come out here and say to Drew, you had the title, it was all yours, you blew it, and just pissed. To me, that just starts the feud right there because you just pissed Drew off. So it's going to happen between those two. You're going to see it. So
and so the thing with that is like I thought the same thing. I really did. Like it's like, what is Sheamus trying to start shit here?
Right.
But with their friendship being the way it's been, it's so long, and it's the way it is. Sometimes friends, are just super truthful and say it can't hurt, but they're super truthful with each other. And it's one of the things, like, how does Drew take that? Whereas like me and you, Dave, like we know each other from here, and that's it. Like we don't know each other from outside really all that much.
Right.
Just a little bit. But if I said something to you like super truthful that it really hurts your feelings, you might take that differently, as if we were, differently than if we were friends for about 40 years, have met each other, and rubbed elbows and in certain high class places. But so is that how Drew's going to take that? Is Drew going to take that as just kind of criticism from a friend, or is he going to take that as criticism from a challenger?
If you watch the promo though, Drew gives him a look like, "Are you kidding me? Like, I'm going to knock you out." Look, like, especially when he said burger after burger, then he said you lost the title and you blew it. So if I'm Drew, I'd be a little pissed. I really would. I think I would take it. I wouldn't take it as a friendship thing. I would be like, dude, at least I had my shot. I did win it for 5 minutes and I lost it. But I see a feud coming in here between these two.
I like the truth hurts, right? Basically,
right. The truth hurts. Right. Exactly. Right.
So,
the truth is right. Exactly. Right.
It's unfortunate that we're going to see a feud there because, again, it's unfortunate but not terrible. They do put on some great matches. Those two guys really do. I mean, like my favorite match from WrestleMania 39 was the Gunther Drew Sheamus match, just because both those guys are just so good in the ring. It's so physical, and it's just constant go. So if they do, there should be some good matches, but nobody really wants to see it.
I mean, Sheamus is not. He's not in wrestling shape yet. He's getting there because it's so obvious. He's breathing heavy. He did gain a little weight coming in, from being off for what, it was 6 months, 5 months, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So you can see his ring rust is definitely there. But he'll get it back. I mean, it doesn't take much.
I think he was out for 8 months. I think they said.
Well, 8 months, whatever it was, 7, 8 months, whatever. but it's like riding a bike. Once you get back into it, and he'll be all right.
I mean, so when I was watching that match between he and Nakamura, I said Shakamura.
I love Nakamura.
He and Nakamura. Watching that match, I was watching for any kind of botches or anything that kind of looked sloppy. But for the most part, it looked pretty crisp by Sheamus. Like yeah, especially deeper in the match. That's where I was really trying to pay attention. There was the one, it was a backbreaker. He gave 2 of them. The first one looked really good. The second one, not quite as good, but it was still executed to the point where it didn't look like a botch or it didn't look sloppy. It just wasn't as crisp, I thought, as the first one. But besides that, I thought everything looked good, looked crisp. So I was like, he's getting there.
Is Nakamura, and Adam, answer my question here, and I know you can. Is Nakamura the new Steve Lombardi?
I'm not sure.
Because Steve Lombardi has lost every match, and that's what Nakamura's doing. I mean, constantly. I mean, he's there. Yeah, he's there. He's always there, but he's just losing every match. It's like he can't win one. It's so annoying. So,
Yeah, they should give him push.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, every time you turn around, Nakamura's. I mean, he's on Raw. He's fighting good wrestlers. He's just losing. So, I don't. You know, to me, it's just like.
Well, we see that all the time. We just seen that with Sami Zayn, right? Sami was losing. He gets a couple wins. Now he's an IC champion. So I mean,
right. I mean,
we do see quite a bit.
I'm not seeing Nakamura going that direction, but I'm just saying, like, it just seems to me like every time he's fighting somebody like that's big, he ends up, he's not getting any wins.
Yeah, he's like a jobber.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's the point. I was like, exactly right.
Adam, we like to say enhancement. He's the guy he's an enhancement guy.
Okay, he's an enhancement.
He's a talent. He enhances.
What are you Snowflake saying?
Yeah.
Linda checking. Linda Duarte. She says, hello,
Linda. What's up, girl?
We also have Eileen says, then from hyping up Shinsuke as evil in the Cody Rhodes storyline, and now he's just losing. Yeah. So they hyped him up like really, to be like this like menacing evil kind of guy when he was feuding with Cody, but then kind of after he loses to Cody, and he was still kind of menacing and evil. I can't remember what the next feud was, who was against, but it wasn't as. I think it was Seth Rollins. It might have been.
Yeah, it was Seth Rollins. Right, it was Seth
Rollins. And then it's kind of just like fading away. Now he's just out there to lose. Like you said. But he's out there putting on a great match as well.
No, he does, and that's the thing about Nakamura. He puts on a great match every single time he's out there. I got no problem with that. Just give him a win once in a while. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, winning and losing are important in wrestling, but it's not important. It's sometimes just what you do for the business and how you look in the ring. Nakamura still looks great in the ring, and he's doing the jobs that he's being asked to do. So sooner or later,
even if he were to beat Sheamus, it wouldn't kill Sheamus in any way.
No. Well, if anything, it might actually help Sheamus if Nakamura focuses on that next so much, and then he beats Sheamus. That kind of leads doubt to Sheamus. Like what's going on with Sheamus, and then he comes back the next week, even stronger. Perhaps
sure.
So that actually could help Sheamus a little bit, but then that's why I don't think we see Drew and Sheamus, very very soon, because Sheamus isn't quite where you need him to be.
He's not. He's still a ring rust.
Yeah. So, all right. Moving on from that, we got Alpha Academy. Chad Gable comes out and explains himself about why and I said this last week, guys. I don't know if you remember this or not. I said Sammy had to win, but he rubbed it in Chad's face. I said Chad is crying like his daughter. The whole family's a bunch of sensitive people. They cry all the time. That's what they do. The Gable family is very sensitive. And I said it last week, and I think that they might have been watching the show. They might have gone back and watched the show. Hey, this is a good idea. But I said Sammy laid that belt in the middle of the ring, and stood there, staring at Chad. Tell him to come over and accept his handshake. And Chad just sat there, crying and sobbing like a baby. And Sammy took it over and laid it right in front of him.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And so he did that. And he was there talking to him. Then Chad raised his hand, and so Chad is he's getting pissed, but he's kind of like, all right, fine, I'm gonna get out of here. And then Sammy went over and dug the knife in even deeper and celebrated with his wife. How dare he? And a sobbing Chad Gable went over and suplexed him. So now Chad Gable, German suplex. Yeah, Chad Gable came out with the Alpha Academy, the whole Alpha Academy. I was surprised by that. Came out the whole Alpha Academy, explained himself, gave that explanation, basically saying, he rubbed my nose in it by setting a title in front of me. I could get by that. I could get past that. But then he went out and celebrated with his wife. He goes, that should have been me. That should have been my championship. That's my moment. And it pissed him off. And so pretty much saying, he's a bad guy now. And he told each member of that Alpha Academy, He tore him down first. He called Tozawa, a joke or comedy or something like that. Maxine, she's no good. She's a Barbie doll or whatever he said to her. And then Otis, Otis is the biggest disappointment and stuff. And then said to him, who are you guys gonna follow me, or are you guys? What was the exact words that he used? You guys remember?
I forget what he said, but all I know is I remember he said, "Don't even get me started with you." He said,
Yeah.
with Otis, which was great.
And Otis kind of looked away like a wounded dog, like a dog that's been scalded. It was a hell of a job by Otis. That's
well, there is something that Chad Gable's never had that Otis does have. Did have
cauliflower
money.
ear.
No, Money in the Bank briefcase.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Otis did win the Money in the Bank briefcase. But
I still don't remember that, but I take your word for that.
Oh, he did.
I can't picture him waddling up that ladder.
Oh, he did. He won it.
Worst Money in the Bank ever.
It was that. It was horrible. They were in the building, weren't they, Adam?
Yeah. It was during the pandemic, so they were at the
Right.
corporate office.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
Corporate office. Right. Exactly. Yep. That was so bad.
It fell in his hands.
Didn't Oscar win the women's too in the corporate office too?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I thought she did. Yeah, I thought she did. Yeah, that's right. No, but back to that segment. Chad Gable, stop bitching, man. Come on, you lost your title. Leave it alone. It's not, I mean, you're a great wrestler. You're the Kurt Angle of the 2020s. We get it. I have no problem with that. But come on, man, stop bitching. You lost.
Adam, what are your thoughts on Chad Gable ripping apart the Alpha Academy and then making them pledge themselves to this new Chad Gable? What are your thoughts on this? The Evil Alpha Academy.
I thought it was good. Maybe a push for Gable coming. Now that he got rid of the Alpha Academy.
Does this get him over the hump? The championship hump?
But what do you think? He was the IC belt?
Well, it's something. Does this get him over the hump? Like, I assume he's going to go at Sammy again. It looks like Sammy's going to have some issues with Bronson Reed first.
That's true.
Yeah, that was the best part of the segment. Like Bronson Reed attacked, so we're not going to see another Sammy versus Gable match.
Not right away, but it's going to come. It's absolutely going to come because he had Sammy up in the freaking ring ropes, twisting his ankle around like the goddamn Exorcist. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's like, the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ. That ankle was going around, man. I almost vomited.
Man.
If you ever seen The Exorcist, you know where I'm going.
I never saw it, but I know where you're going with it.
You never seen The Exorcist, dude?
Can't say that I have. No, I'm not a movie watcher.
It's terrifying to watch it during the daytime with the lights on.
I'll pass.
The movie still scares the hell out of me. So I do believe this gets Chad over the hump. I don't know how long the Alpha Academy is going to follow him, though.
Why are you on the Chad Gable bandwagon?
Because he's sensitive. I feel for the man now.
Why?
His little daughter cried again.
Oh, stop.
Every week, the man goes home empty-handed, no gold, and his little daughter stands there in the doorway waiting for him. And Daddy walks in. She's like, "Daddy, can we eat this week?" And he shakes his head, "Not this week, honey." And she starts crying again.
Oh, man.
And then he cries. Then the wife cries.
Are you Mr. Sensitive all of a sudden?
Yeah, because that type that like.
I'm like you guys.
You got 5 on, but like, oh, I got 5 kids.
Yeah.
Because like, no, I won't fire you because you got 5 kids.
Man.
But I do think this gets Chad Gable over the hump. I do think this gets him over the hump.
Okay.
To winning the IC championship, maybe. I'm not sure if that's going to be it or not. But I don't think the Alpha Academy is going to follow him for long. I could see Otis breaking off, and Maxine break. Probably first Maxine. I think Otis might stay the longest, just out of loyalty. But I'd picture Tozawa and Maxine gone first.
I was going to say, where's that put Tozawa? Poor Tozawa.
NXT.
I love Tozawa. He's good. He's fun. He's just fun to watch.
He is fun to watch. He
is. He's
decent in the ring when he's not getting squashed.
I think so. He's
You want to see good work by Tozawa. I don't watch a whole lot of NXT, but I've seen Tozawa a little bit on NXT. I've seen some clips and stuff.
He's good. He is good. He's very good. Yeah.
But I do see Otis being the last to fall out of Alpha Academy, and I think it's gonna be one of those deals where him and Chad end up having a little bit of a feud. Nothing too long, but Chad's gonna bury him, and that'll be it.
So
go ahead.
So evil Chad Gable or are you you're liking this? You're actually liking it?
I'm curious. Yeah. So what's better, good Kurt Angle or evil Kurt Angle? Evil Kurt Angle is better, I think, than good Kurt Angle. Comedic Kurt Angle's a different story. He was funny.
I like when he was a comedian. Yeah, when he was doing Jimmy Crack Corn, I thought that was hysterical.
Yeah, and wearing the little cowboy hat with Stone.
Yeah, boy, yeah.
All right. But I always liked evil Kurt Angle. So I think evil Chad Gable could do something similar, but I don't think you want it to be too similar though, because he keeps getting the comparisons to Kurt Angle, which is obviously what the WWE is looking for. He's basically
well evil Kurt Angle on TNA was nasty too. So
there you go. So I mean, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna like the evil Chad Gable, heel Chad Gable, if they do it right. If they don't do it right,
evil Chad Gable gets him a title, so I guess that's okay too. But I'm kind of hoping, we'll see. Time will tell.
How long do you guys think Sammy's gonna hold the title for?
That's a good question. Adam, go ahead.
Let Chad Gable get rid of the Alpha Academy and start a feud SummerSlam. Maybe, I don't know. Because 4 or 5 SummerSlam, I'm not really sure, but you gotta give him a nice title run because he did do that for the company.
I'll say SummerSlam. I think that's long enough for Sammy. I'm okay with that.
I'm also thinking SummerSlam as well. College Football Frenzy at Out of the Box Sports. Why are they doing my guy Nakamura dirty? This losing streak is ridiculous.
I said the same thing. It's totally true.
I think all three of us really dig Nakamura. We like Nakamura.
I love him. I just wish I understood what he said, because I know what he's saying is not Japanese.
Well,
I'm starting to like him. They're not pushing him. He's becoming a jobber.
Yeah, I love it. He's fun to watch. He's good.
He'll rise again. I have no doubt he'll be in the main eventer again, real soon. So it's just one of those ebbs and flows usually you get from not your top stars, the guys like that just below that. Because I don't ever expect to see Cody Rhodes going through something like that, or even Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, guys like that. I don't ever see them being jobbers, like Adam said, for a period of time before they get another push. Those guys are always going to be in the main event push type, main event top 2 matches of a card. Whereas the next level down, your Drew McIntyre, Shinsuke Nakamura, guys like that, they'll have their push for a while. They'll drop down a little bit, go through a little bit of a jobber phase, and they'll get pushed again up top. So I mean, we just seen it recently with Drew, where Drew was a main eventer for a while through the pandemic and stuff like that. And then after he loses the title and some things go, he lose. Great matches, but he was near the top of the card, but he lost quite a few matches in a row before he started getting pushed up again. So it's just one of those things.
Oh, Drew kept it going through the pandemic, no doubt about it. I mean, he did a really good job through that. That was tough for them. I mean, they had no crowds. They were doing what they could with TVs and stuff like that. And, but I thought that was tough. That wasn't easy.
I just gave everybody a heads up. College Football Frenzy will be returning again this. I assume this summer. I'm pretty sure. Probably I think August. With college football talk every Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday. I hope I got Wednesday right. I believe it's every Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it was last season.
They'll be back. It was Paul Spencer and Bill Furman.
And Bill Furman. Yep.
So great show there. Be sure to check that out. All your college football talk there. So if you're not sure, who to pick,
two knowledgeable college guys, that's for sure.
Or you want to know more about your college football team, go ahead and watch that. Throw out some comments. Hey, what do you guys think about Alabama A&M? I'm not sure if Paul know much about Alabama A&M, but Bill Furman, damn it, he will. So
he definitely will.
The guy knows everything about every damn college team. I was watching the one show, like, Jesus Christ, this guy knows everything about every team. How does that happen?
Well, he's a big college guy. Yeah,
6,323 Division I college football schools out there. He knows about them all.
It's crazy.
And what high school those guys went to. So yeah, College Football Frenzy. Check that out, guys.
Yep.
And also, let me bring this up one more time before. That was a comment from X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I still call it Twitter because I'm old. But X. So if you're watching from X right now we have 69 live viewers. 69. And almost all of them are from X. Be sure to throw your comments out there. Double tap that.
Love to hear from you.
Double tap that video. comment screen should comment area should pop up, and you'll throw your comments in there. I know I have a hell of a time doing it. I can't figure it out yet.
You never figured that out, Ken?
I have not figured it out. No, Adam.
It's not that hard.
Oh yeah, keep rubbing it in, Adam.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, you're gonna catch the point of my elbow in your forehead. I'm just teasing you,
Ask your
Adam. I'm teasing
daughter.
you.
Your
All
daughter
right.
will do IT.
Yeah.
Adam is here to answer all your questions. Give it a shot.
Adam's IT here at Out of the Box Sports.
I guarantee you, she knows it.
Yeah,
I guarantee
my daughter does
she
not
knows a
know.
lot more than you do.
She's not on the Twitter.
Uh,
All right,
You don't
so
think?
that's called
last
X now. Let's go.
last thing about Raw. Last thing about Raw here, I want to touch on the women's battle royal for the
Yeah.
vacated, women's championship, and that is won by Becky Lynch, the man. I mean, I don't know if it's a surprise or not. I mean, I think I don't remember who he said who I said anyway. I don't remember who I said the week before. I thought maybe Liv. I think that's who I said, but ended up coming down to Becky and Liv, and Becky ends up winning fair and square. And so does this mean that Becky makes the Liv Morgan's revenge tour? She makes the list, or are we looking at Nia Jax, Liv Morgan feud perhaps, or something? We'll talk about the draft coming up that might throw a wrench into that plan. But your guys' thoughts on the women's battle royal? Go ahead, Dave.
Not a happy camper on. I'll be honest with you. The person that I wanted to win did not. I was picking Liv. I really want to Liv to win. I can see it. Put it on Becky. I understand that. It makes sense. She is, but I thought Becky was going to go on a little break after WrestleMania. So I didn't think, I think that was the case until Rhea got injured. That's what I was thinking. But am I happy with it? It was, first of all, the match itself was really good. I enjoyed it. I really did. I think Tiff did really well. A lot of those girls came in there, did what they had to do. But coming down to Nia, I'm sorry, not Nia. Coming to Liv and Becky, I was pulling for Liv, guys. I really was. I really did. I thought the Liv Revenge Tour. This is her chance. This is her time. Give it to her and let her take it until SummerSlam, until Rhea comes back. That's what I was kind of hoping with. But now with Becky, I don't know how long this is going to be, and it probably till SummerSlam, I'm guessing. Well, until Rhea comes back. So we'll see.
Adam, your thoughts?
I was disappointed. Liv should have won that. Becky's old news.
Totally.
It's Liv time.
It's all right. So
Becky, go back home.
Adam, I am so with you, man. It's not even a question. I'm definitely with you on this one.
Becky, Raw champion. What's new?
Yep.
It's new generation. What's
Seen
Charlotte
it,
gonna come back? And
been
win
there,
SmackDown
done that.
championship?
I get it totally.
So does this mean Charlotte's gonna come back and win the SmackDown championship?
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Who'd you say?
Charlotte.
Okay.
Like always, it's new generation.
Yeah.
Stephanie McMahon is messing up.
I agree.
And so here's my thoughts on the on Becky winning it. So you just had your main women's star, your biggest women's star right now in the whole company. Because with Charlotte being out, Mommy is top. Mommy's on top. Like Rhea says all the time.
Mommy's always on top. Okay.
And so she was. And so with her being out, you have to kind of find somebody to be able to pick that mantle up right away and carry that until at least she's close to coming back. And that's where I kind of agree with you guys, where I don't see Becky holding on to it too long.
No.
She's just a stopgap. She's just a placeholder. And I think it's going to be Liv Morgan who takes that back to set up a Liv Morgan and a returning Rhea Ripley feud. And what better way than have Liv Morgan be your champion when that does happen? So it's just a stopgap. You just need somebody that's an established main eventer. Whereas Liv, she's won titles before, yes, but I feel like Becky's on that next level.
Yeah.
And so you bring her in. Like I thought she was taking time off as well. I think that was probably the plan. But when the company calls you, say, "Hey, do you want to be champion for a little bit?" You say, "Yes, I want to be champion for a little bit."
Absolutely.
So I think when that happens, that you got to come help the company out for a few months, and I think that's all it's going to be. And then she'll drop it, like you guys were saying, maybe SummerSlam. I think that might be too soon. So SummerSlam's that's August. So that's about 3 or 4 months away. So you look at that, and you probably Rhea another 2 or 3 months out. So you have Liv Morgan winning at SummerSlam, hold that title for a couple months and maybe lose it then at the Royal Rumble
Right.
or Survivor Series to Rhea Ripley. So you could see something like that happen.
Sure.
Then Rhea, gets her championship back. You would assume that Rhea.
That's what that's the plan. I would think that'd be the plan. For Rhea to, but how long is? I mean, Rhea could be 5-6 months. I mean, we don't know.
That one, like I said, from what I read, it's a 6-month out time.
Right.
And like I said, so you have SummerSlam. It's 3 or 4 months away, and then you have Liv, hold it for another month or two before returning Ripley comes back and puts her boot in her ass. And
does Becky drop it to Liv at SummerSlam is the question.
That's what I think. That's what
I hope so. I would. That would make that. I would be happy with that. What about you, A?
Yeah, I agree. Becky should be a stopgap. Let Liv win it at SummerSlam.
Totally. I agree. Now that Nia's out of the picture, now she's on SmackDown. I think that's actually wouldn't be a bad thing, giving it to Liv on on Raw.
All right. So that does it for Monday Night Raw for us. Any other thoughts that you want to pass on before we move on to SmackDown and the draft?
I thought Raw was good. It was a good show. It really was. The Battle Royal was good. The Chad Gable thing was really good. But other than that, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad show.
Eileen says, "What do you think of Dom and Liv stare down?" Dom's Mysterio and Liv, they had stare down. I think it was before the Women's Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I did see that. I thought that was interesting.
It was kind of odd, if you ask me. So it was after.
Did she say "I'm your mommy now" or something like that?
I don't know. Did she say? I didn't think she said anything.
I think Liv said to Dom, "I'm your mommy now" or something in that.
Oh, okay. Maybe she did. I didn't see.
I did. Yeah, I kind of thought that's what she said.
So, but I thought it was an awkward stare down. She was kind of looking at him all sensual and stuff. Like, what's going on there? What am I watching there?
Dom? Get rid of the damn mustache, dude. You look like an idiot.
I think that's probably the point.
Oh, come on, dude.
Eileen, I said I told you in the group chat it'd be Becky, Liv, and Nia Jax, the final three. And yes, it was. And Becky and Liv worked together to eliminate Nia Jax. And also, we had Chelsea Green had an awesome spot in the match where she was eliminated, but all the referees' backs were turned. She was able to hop back up on the ring apron, and it never happened. I thought that
never had. Yeah, never got. Yeah, the ref never saw it. Right.
That's our girl right there. That's our girl, Chelsea Green.
It's Chelsea.
We also have Eileen saying it makes more sense for Liv to go on her revenge tour. So yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. I agree. Totally.
And it makes you wonder, who's next on that revenge tour? Is it going to be Becky, or is there somebody else that she's pissed off at first before she gets to Becky Lynch? I don't know.
Don't take Tiff out of the equation now.
Paul Spencer says Becky had to win the title because Seth is on Raw, and so that's what one of the things when I was trying to figure out my picks for the draft. That's one of the things I was trying to take into account is what couples are where. First off,
they never separate them. You know that.
They should, because they end up fornicating and one ends up pregnant and then they're out for a couple
yeah, but years. They don't do that. They're very rare do they do that.
All sorts of backstage fornication going on. We don't need that on television.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but they don't separate. They very rarely separate if they're together. I mean, what do you see? Okay, so Seth on Raw and Becky on SmackDown. You're not going to see that.
No, you won't. You're right. I agree. I don't think you will.
No.
And before we move on, it says, out of the box sports entertainment, Liv would be hot as hell in Goth Wardrobe with Judgment Day. I'll agree. She could be my mommy anytime. Can you guys see Liv in Judgment Day?
No.
I don't think Priest would allow it, first off.
Nah, I can't see that. No.
And they got to keep that human bobblehead away from her.
What do you think? I live on Judgment Day? Obviously. Nah.
No. She got her revenge tour. This would be a bad storyline. She got to go on a revenge tour and win the Women's World Championship.
But I'll tell you.
Yeah, does she have a shirt that says Liv Revenge Tour?
What happened? What?
Does she have a shirt that says Liv Revenge Tour? I want it. I want that.
So what better way to seek more revenge on Rhea Ripley than take her spot? You know what I mean? Like some sort of parasitic host, taking over. As a
take her spot and take her man.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? So Rhea comes back and Dom has short hair, no mustache, kind of cleaned up a little bit.
I mean, I don't mind the long hair, but get rid of the mustache, bro. Come on.
I know you have long hair, don't you, Dave?
I do,
You
but
have hair. You
yeah,
have hair like Dom does, like a mullet.
a little bit. Yeah, I do.
Oh, so I see how
Well,
you
no, but
pattern
no
yourself.
mustache.
If you come in with a mustache next week, that's it.
That
I'll
ain't gonna
start calling
happen.
you
So
Dirty Dave.
no,
Dirty Dave.
that'll not happen. No,
All right. You know, I'll have to ask you about your jail time, like Dom Mysterio.
no. Yeah, right.
All right. So before we talk draft here on SmackDown, there's a couple things that I wanted to hit on real quick. Not a whole lot from SmackDown. We've seen Cody and AJ with the contract signing. It was actually very amicable. There's like a totally different AJ Styles out there. I don't know what the deal was. He's over LA Knight. He's past LA Knight. He thinks, do we see AJ Styles and LA Knight any more issues moving forward? Do you guys think at all?
I love the rivalry. I do. I love AJ. I love L. It's tearing me apart, guys, because I love both of these wrestlers, and it's killing me that these two are going at it. But to me, I guess picking AJ was the right pick to go after Cody, which I'm okay with. But man, my man's got to get a title somewhere along the line.
Well, and so here's the thing. I disagree with you there, Dave. I don't think AJ was right because it's kind of obvious that AJ's not going to win that match. Now, if you had LA Knight going after Cody, that leaves a little bit of doubt. I think because a little bit, you don't feel like AJ's going to win a title anytime soon. But LA Knight's on the fringe. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that would lead to a little bit of doubt, a little bit more suspense, I would think. But it is.
I would love to see now that if AJ and Cody, I would love to see AJ beat him. That would make my day.
Yeah,
but
I don't think AJ's gonna win.
I would love to see. See AJ get a title again would be nice. I'd be okay with that. See LA Knight get a title with that, I would be okay with that. It wouldn't bother me either way. It really doesn't. But my man LA, man, he's getting screwed so bad.
How's he getting screwed?
Because he should have a title by now. All this time we've been. Yeah, he's had so many opportunities, and they're not giving him anything.
Son. Wait in a minor, son.
Right.
Wait for a call up.
Right. Exactly.
Wait for a call up.
But you know what? Sometimes the longest wait is this. That the wine tastes so much better at the end. The longer it sits. When he wins that title, that big title at WrestleMania, it's one of those moments that are going to be, forever. Like Shawn Michaels, the first time I think it's the first time he won the championship. Collapsing to his knees and holding that belt.
WrestleMania 12. Oh, never forget it.
Is that what that was? WrestleMania 12.
WrestleMania 12. Beat Bret Hart. Mm-hmm.
We have the salesman checking. What's up, the salesman from YouTube? Actually, how old is AJ Styles? That guy, like Angle, is a machine. And AJ has been around for a very long time. We've seen so many different variations of AJ.
Yeah, he seems old, but he's like 45, isn't he? And that's young to me, 45. And
so it's for wrestling age. That's not terribly old. You're right. Considering The Rock is 50, 51, I think he is. And you look at The Rock, every time The Rock comes back, you feel like he's old, but AJ's always there. And AJ is 46. So we got that from Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. And so he's old. And so I've been reading stuff online as well that he's getting closer and closer to being actually done, because he said he doesn't want to be hobbled. He wants to be able to enjoy the rest of his life without being crippled and stuff like that. Like just from the what the hell is going on here?
I lost. I'll be back.
Oh, okay, Dave. I still hear his voice, but I'm going to go ahead and mute that. Anyway, so I don't know where it's vanished. Magic. So yeah, I lost track of my thought here. So with AJ, he doesn't want to be hobbled. He doesn't want to be crippled. He doesn't want to be feeling like he can't enjoy the rest of his life because he wrestled too long. He doesn't want to be one of those guys. I don't want to say like Ric Flair or Mick Foley, but kind of like Ric Flair and Mick Foley. Ric Flair is not so much hobbled, but he has a lot of wear and tear on his body. You know what I mean, Adam?
Yeah. Like I think it's time for AJ to go. What was he wrestling for the past 10 years at least?
Oh, well, he's been wrestling a lot longer than that. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm not really sure, but I think it's time for him to go out while you're on top, while you can still walk and enjoy the rest of your life.
Many, many years ago, like during I believe during the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era, AJ was wrestling, super clean cut, but he never really got a push, never really got noticed. He ends up going to TNA when that first started, and he was one of the main, torchbearers of TNA. Really taking that company to, if you want to call it heights that it was at. And before you had like the Hogans take over and stuff like that, kind of running into the ground, it seemed like in Dixie Carter. But AJ, he's been around for a very long time, and then coming back to WWE, even like this run in WWE has been for a while as well.
Well, now that sorry guys, little issues there, my fault.
No, it's all right.
My fault. Now that AJ's back on SmackDown, the house that AJ Styles built, which I love that thing because he always said that. But I love that he's back on SmackDown, which I'm very happy about. But to answer the salesman question, LA Knight's momentum died down. Yeah, it died down a little bit, but it's still there. It's not as bad as it was. It's not as bad as it could be. I shouldn't say that it was, but it could be. Guys, LA Knight has got to get something. Tag team, something. Give him something. The man deserves a title.
You gotta be patient. You gotta let Cody hold the belt for a while.
I'm trying. It's killing me inside because my man definitely.
If not by a Royal Rumble, you gotta let Cody. Like he finished the story, you gotta let him hold the belt at least.
Right. Exactly.
Months, maybe 8 months. Because LA Knight should be champion, but you gotta give Cody respect.
Okay. So that's a question posed by the salesman. He says, "Why has LA Knight's momentum died down so much?" And it's you feel like it has died down. He's been in some great matches though, as it has been dying down, and you just had so many high-powered superstars return at the same time. Like Randy Orton returned, CM Punk returned. I think part of that actually killed a little bit of LA Knight's momentum when those guys started coming back and started getting a little bit more notoriety, a little bit more TV time than what LA Knight was. He was running hot for a while, and I agree that he should be in the title picture or getting a title or whatever. But you don't want it ending up like them creating a title for him, just kind of like a participation trophy, like
$1 million belt type deal.
Like that, or like when they did the hardcore belt for Mick Foley, Mankind and stuff like that. They kind of made that for him. 24/7 belt. Those are belts kind of like just throw away. You don't want something like that on LA Knight. You want something nice, something big, IC or above. U.S. Championship.
I would love LA Knight to be U.S. champion. I'd be fine with that.
That'd be great.
The pie I want is higher on the shelf. That's what I say. So,
okay, that's fine.
Kenny Fry, that's myself. I say 46. Out of the Box Sports Entertainment says 46. They also say 46.
AJ is 46.
The salesman reminds me, was AJ around during the last few months of WCW? That's a good question. I'm not really sure. There was so much.
AJ was in I think AJ was in TNA at that time. I think
he was also in WCW. Kind of forget that as well.
Yeah, but he wasn't there. He was there for a minute. He wasn't there.
Yeah, it wasn't. That's not a terrible question.
I mean, you think AJ Styles? You think AJ Styles? You think TNA? That's where he really blossomed. That's where he really came to this thing.
And when I think of WCW, I think shit show and awesome cruiserweight division. So
definitely that. That's for sure.
The end of WCW anyway, like during the Monday Night Wars.
Oh God, it was so bad. Well, WCW got better with the NWO, and then
they overdid it.
Exactly.
Every single member of WCW was one part of an NWO. I was like, what the hell are we doing here? Like, keep it special. Limit it to 4 or 5 guys. That's it. Then there's a huge group and they split off. Mm-hmm. It's like the Wolfpack, are they good? Are they bad? The NWO, are they good? Are they bad? What's Hogan still doing?
Yeah.
So it was kind of a bummer. Paul Spencer says AJ just got ripped in the last 3 months. Yeah, and AJ did say that it's the best.
He looks huge. He does look big. He
said he really hit the weights this time. He said it's the biggest he's ever been. The best he's ever felt. So.
Mm-hmm.
And the salesman agrees with myself, saying that AJ doesn't want to be like Mick Foley, kind of like hobbled and broken down a little bit. So, and then I know Mick Foley was going to have a retirement match, one last match, but I think something popped up with I don't know if it was a CAT scan or something with him, and he said he just he can't do it.
I didn't hear that, but okay.
Yeah. The salesman says AJ was the guy in TNA. Absolutely,
he was. He was huge. TNA was his spot, definitely.
And like him and a couple. I can't think of who else it was, but he was the main guy. He and a couple other guys really were TNA in the beginning. They created TNA. They made it as big as it was going to get. But then you had all those kind of outcasts from WWE kind of go over there and kind of water it down. Some of them, not all of them, kind of watered down
Right.
a little bit. 'Cause I don't think Bubba Ray, or he had being known as Bully Ray in TNA. I don't think he was one of those guys that really watered down TNA. But your Hogans and stuff like that, and
Well, they did hit that Hogan angle in TNA when he was dating Hogan's daughter.
yeah,
They did that whole angle they
Bully
did.
Ray, yeah.
You're right. Yeah, that was all right.
So he says, is Randy Orton really still considered a high power superstar? His name is, and actually in ring work is still pretty
Absolutely.
good. I mean, he looks huge, but that name is still, you still think, you hear Randy Orton, you think, top of the top, right?
Well, if you hear Randy, see, when you say Randy Orton to me, I said the youngest WWE champion in the history of the business.
Yeah.
And that'll never change. That's just Randy Orton and his dad, Cowboy Bob, and the whole story. But him being the youngest champion, to me, will stick forever.
So the salesman also goes on to say, I like that guy, and watching him live is such a big difference than watching him on TV. But Orton, to me, has been stale for years. And I think for me, the biggest part of Orton being stale was when every other week, he was winning the championship. It felt like they were always throwing a title on him. And it's kind of like we need somebody else, man.
Randy's been around forever. I mean, you go back to what Randy, with Evolution, being the champion, the Bray Wyatt story. Randy has done everything in this business. There's really nothing he hasn't done.
And he had a great career.
But exactly, and Randy can do whatever he wants. It doesn't matter because he's Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Randy Orton is perfection. Okay, if you're in the ring with him, it's got to be perfect. If it's not, he'll let you know. That's how good he is.
But I think more so it's his name that makes.
His name is definitely legacy.
Yeah. Whether or not him, it's a stale part. Like he could see it, but as long as he's not in that main event picture, like going for a title, I think that's where he should be right now. He should be where he's at right now with KO doing their thing.
I love it.
And so, not going for a title. If he's going for a title, you can kind of feel that kind of Randy Orton, jet lag coming. I don't know. That's not the right word. Kind of people souring on Randy Orton because he's there again. He's going for it again.
But when those two stole the card of that SmackDown, I lost it. I thought that was so funny. That segment was hysterical. Kevin goes, hop on, and they hopped on, and they went to the Lincoln Financial. That was good. That was the best part of SmackDown. It was hysterical.
He backed the golf cart up the runway, and
he backed the golf cart runway, and he goes, hop on. He goes, all right, how am I going to get there? Hop on, and they jetted to Little Link.
The salesman said they were in WCW to get a paycheck. Yeah, the WWE rejects.
Oh, yeah.
Serious question. What can WWE do to keep this Cody run going strong? Something tells me the crowd is going to turn on him soon.
That's a good question.
Guys, thoughts on that?
That's a great question. Go ahead, Adam.
I think the Cody run, I don't know how they could keep it going, but I think it should end at least SummerSlam, if not big.
Well, technically, it just started. If you think about it, because with WrestleMania just getting done, a month ago? A little less than a month ago?
Not even a month yet, yeah.
Not even a month ago, right, exactly. And it's just getting on its way. I mean, Cody's going to get, he's going to get competitors to face him for the title. And is he going to lose it? Chances are no. But his run will be strong. It'll be strong. I'm not going to say it's not.
What's going to be a boring run?
Well, it could be. I mean, it could be. But, what
do you want to talk about?
Right. How many champions have we seen have a boring run? So this is nothing different. But
his run is going to depend on who's going against him.
Exactly. That's right.
If they can find that super white hot heel to face Cody Rhodes like the Roman Reigns,
right.
Everybody hated Roman Reigns. Mostly everybody. There's a whole lot of ones out there in the crowd. But if they can find that super white hot heel to go against Cody to keep him fresh, then it should last a little while. I don't know about the next WrestleMania, but a little bit longer, than SummerSlam and stuff like that. But I don't know who's out there right now as a super white hot heel to go at him, to really.
I mean, AJ Styles is definitely one. like we said, AJ's. I think
I
AJ's a
don't
good.
think so.
It's a
I
good
think
fit.
he's not really
trying anymore.
Believe me, they'll put on 5-star matches with AJ. He definitely will.
I have no doubt about that, but he's not a super white hot heel. If they would have went out there in that contract signing, AJ rips him apart, spits on him or something like that to create some sort of buzz, but they went out there and they were nice to each other. There was no.
Well, I get it, but
shots
Seth
or
Rollins will be
nothing.
back too. Seth Rollins could make a run with him too.
And that's the
So,
one that makes me curious. The Seth Rollins, seeing where he's going to get drafted. We'll talk about that in a minute here. But that's somebody who I thought could have turned into a white hot heel, because he is a jerk. The guy's a jerk off, in my opinion. He can be, when he plays heel, he could be a big.
Oh, he's
dick.
the best. He could be a good. Yeah, without doubt.
There's just some people that are really good at being a dick, and I think that's one of those guys that's really good at being a dick, which is great for him, because he can play both sides, because he's done a pretty good job of being the goofy good guy.
Sure.
Now, if he can go ahead and be the real dick as a bad guy, that's great. That gives you that white hot heel to go against Cody Rhodes. But with the draft and stuff like that, that's something we're not going to see. So I don't know who else there could be. Gunther.
Gunther is a good possibility.
I would love Gunther. Gunther is.
I know it's a stretch, but you could probably. I know it's a really stretch, but you could probably Bronson Reed in there too if you wanted to.
I don't know if he'll get that white hot, man. I don't know as a heel. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
got to win the
great
IC
question.
belt first.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's. It's a stretch. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I don't think he wouldn't be a bad competition for Cody too. Yeah.
And Out of the Box Sports Entertainment says, according to reports, after initially thinking the symptoms were caused by driving too much and not sleeping enough, Foley posted a video on Monday revealing that after consulting the doctors, it appears that he had suffered a concussion without knowing it. And I think that was during his training.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
It was during training. Because I remember reading that now that my memory has been jogged. He was training and he took a bump and he said he didn't realize it, didn't feel anything different. But he went to the doctor to get checked out and they said, "Hey, we got something wrong here." He said, "You have a concussion." He's like, "What are you talking about?" So, Paul Spencer says, "I can see Cody losing to main event Jey Uso. The crowd loves some yeet. What a turn on the story. The man that brought him to Raw." Yeah, that'd be something. But again, the draft, Cody's a SmackDown guy.
Right,
and,
Cody's on SmackDown. Right. And Jay's on Raw, so you can't.
The salesman says, "Has there been any speculation on will Roman Reigns going to be out for a while?" I don't know.
I think
He's
think Roman's doing. I think he's doing a movie. I think he's doing a movie. Yeah.
I thought I heard with Keanu Reeves. So
yes, exactly. I
think they called it the Matrix Samoan Land. I don't know.
But did I see Roman get drafted to Raw?
No, I didn't see that.
He took his name out of being drafted.
He took his name. He withdrew his name from being.
I saw a picture of him and it said Raw underneath.
I did not see that.
I did. Somebody put it up there. It said Roman drafted to Raw. It had the picture of Roman Reigns over with the it said Raw drafted to Raw. I don't know.
We'll have to look into that further.
Yeah, he took his name out of the draft.
Yeah,
he did.
He told Paul Heyman said on Friday Night SmackDown. I keep calling it Thursday Night SmackDown. Hasn't been Thursday Night SmackDown in goddamn
years. For a long time.
Yeah. But anyway, Paul Heyman did say that Roman Reigns withdraws his name from the draft. So whatever the hell that means, I don't know.
Right, withdraw. Okay, I get it. But no, but I maybe somebody put it on Facebook that I saw. But I saw it said Roman Reigns to Raw. I'm like, interesting.
Roman new movie called Good Fortune.
Good Fortune.
There we go. Buy your tickets now, everybody.
There you go.
All right. One last question I have from. Actually, there's two more questions I have, but I'm actually running out of time. I have to go to work soon.
Okay.
So you guys can continue talking about it. That's up to you. Or we're gonna have to cut it short. So do you guys want to talk draft, or you want to talk these last two questions?
We can just do the last two questions. We're good.
All right. The last two questions. The question I have is: are you guys excited to see Naomi, Bayley, and Tiffany Stratton at Backlash?
Absolutely.
That was announced as a match. Naomi versus Bayley versus Tiffany. So
wait a minute. Naomi versus Bayley versus Tiffany?
Yes.
Triple threat?
Triple threat.
I'm okay with that.
Yes.
I'm good with that. Sure.
Who do you think's gonna win that?
I think Bayley retains.
Adam?
We gotta wait some time, I think, for TIFF time.
Yeah, I think Bayley's not lose that title anytime soon.
I think Bayley. I think she doesn't hold on to the title very long. I disagree with you there, But I think Bailey wins the match, and I think this is going to lead to some butt hurt from between her and Naomi. I think something's going to happen there.
Oh, definitely. That's definitely a feud, but I don't see Bailey's not losing that title anytime. And maybe SummerSlam, maybe beyond that.
Yeah. All right, and another match that was announced, I believe, for Backlash: Kevin Owens, Randy Orton versus Tama Tonga and Solo.
Oh, and
Sikoa.
Solo.
Are you guys excited to see that match?
I like Tama Tonga.
Yeah, Tom Tonga's awesome. That's
he's
the
good.
good part about that match.
Yeah,
And what will
exactly.
Randy do?
Right, exactly.
I know. Go ahead.
I think Tama Tonga and Solo win. But I would love, but I have to give him that. I'll give him the edge on that. But seeing Kevin and Randy, I just love that. I'm a fan. So, you know, but I think Tama and Solo pulled that off. To be honest with you.
And I agree. I think Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa, I believe they win also. I think it's going to be a really good match. I'll tell you one thing. My dad does not like Tama Tonga.
Wow,
I was talking to my dad at my niece's 16th birthday party last night. Like we're on Saturday nights at 10 p.m., but that's where I was last night. And my dad's like, oh, who's that idiot that's with that Solo guy? I said, Dad, that's Tama Tonga. He goes, well, who the hell's that? Where did he come from? I said, from the island of Samoa. And he goes, yeah, but bloodline, I don't know. I said, Dad, that's Haku's son. And he looks at me, Haku. Yeah. And so I had to show him, oh, yeah, Haku, I remember him. Yeah. And my dad's like, there's no way he's as tough as his dad is. I said, well, nobody said that he was, Dad. I said, so. But he doesn't like Tama Tonga. He likes Solo, but he doesn't like Tama Tonga. So I think my dad would want to try to fist fight him, and I don't know how that would go for him. Probably not well. I got a couple more comments here before we move on to the draft. The salesman says the Matrix Samoan land. That's what I think it should be called. Will it be near that area of Maui that got destroyed and the government was preventing people from filming the place? Did I say? Oh, the conspiracies. Here we go. Opening up a can of worms. I don't know. If I was shooting a movie about the Matrix Samoa land, that's where I would shoot it, in a forbidden spot to be shot, because it makes
sense.
It makes it even more interesting.
Sure.
And he says, "Don't go to work." I wish I did not have to go to work.
Can you sound sick to me?
I would rather not go to work.
You're not looking well, sir.
Okay. So let's I'm gonna have to hop off, guys, and go to work.
Okay.
Actually, what time is it? Let me.
It's almost 9 o'clock. 8:51.
All right, I got 4 minutes here. So
okay.
we're gonna start this, and we'll have a special guest hop in to finish it off. But we'll go ahead and we'll talk round one at least before I get out of here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up. We'll talk about Raw's picks in round one. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up. There we go. Round one, Raw's picks. They had 2 picks in round one. So the way it went, guys, there was 16 overall picks, 8 for SmackDown, 8 for Raw. Yep. Each round, they'd pick 2. Since it was SmackDown got the first pick, then it would alternate picks. All right. So for Raw, we're just talking Raw, guys. All right. Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
All right. So Raw's first overall pick was Jey Uso.
Yeet.
And I hate to eat so much. I can't stand
it. I love it. Just me, Oos.
And Raw's second overall pick, the 4th overall pick throughout the whole draft, was Seth freaking Rollins. I'll tell you what.
Freaking Rollins.
I couldn't believe it. I was like very surprised by that. I thought he was going to move. And
those 2 stayed where they were, didn't move.
And so like seeing the first couple of rounds, I'm like, is it all going to be the same until we got to the 1 pick? I'm like, all right, that's a little bit different. Then another pick was a little bit different. Because I'm like, let's really mix it up. Let's really, throw some wrenches here. But the first round, it was like chalk, man. It's like, come on now.
Yeah.
Isn't a draft to change brands? Seth Rollins goes to SmackDown, Becky Lynch goes to SmackDown. I mean, isn't that the main part about the draft?
I get that's what you want, but I guess you don't want all your guys moving. You don't want them all switching. But the first round, I'd want like a big surprise in there for the first round to make me interested. You know what I mean? Maybe that first pick. I think my prediction. I had the first pick. For Raw, I had that being LA Knight.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Right? Really throw that one out there. They all like it's like oh my god, LA Knight's going to Raw, and then that really brings you into the draft. But no, they didn't do that. I was kind of bummed by that. But the Raw keeps Jey Uso and keeps Seth freaking Rollins.
Yep.
So are you guys happy, sad, indifferent about this? What are you guys thinking?
I'm not surprised. I kind of thought they would stay. I knew Jay would stay at Raw. I thought maybe Seth would go to Raw SmackDown, but I'm okay with it. It's not a shocker to me.
Yeah, it's
Adam?
okay, not great.
Yeah,
You know, just okay. You know, like not a draft. Okay, you kept 2 people. That's not a draft.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Anything else?
I'm okay. No shock on that. No, not at all.
It's a bummer, but I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm fine. The salesman says, who do you guys think would win in a fight? Super Brock Lesnar versus King Haku.
I would have to go Brock.
Are we talking a wrestling match or are we talking a real fight?
I mean, I don't know, but
if it's a wrestling match, it's going to go to Brock because Brock is the bigger name. But if it's a real fight, I mean, even though Brock is UFC, the Haku, the stories you hear about Haku are legendary, and the man is an unstoppable force out in the open there. Like that's somebody that should be labeled as like a weapon of mass destruction or something. You know,
he was destruction, no doubt.
You hear somebody like Ric Flair tell so many different bar stories about Haku, you know, just beating the snot out of people, several people at a time. It's like holy shit.
Right.
You know, like getting just pounded on, not showing any kind of like a reaction to it. That's terrifying if you ask them. People are out there like that. It's scary.
I agree.
So moving on to round 2 of Raw. This was the first big change. This was the first change, and to me, it was a big change. Was Raw selected Braun Breaker with their 3rd pick?
Great
that
pick.
was huge to me. He just signed with SmackDown a few months ago.
Yes, he did.
So
yes.
already he's turned. He's on Monday nights. He's on the flagship show now. So
it's a perfect fit for Braun Breaker. He should be on Raw. He's that guy. He's that guy coming from NXT. SmackDown. It's a perfect fit. It just is. Nothing more you can say about it.
Real quick, the salesman says, thanks for the last hour, fellas. I'm leaving myself. I'll do my best to catch the next live episode. Take care. Next Friday, I will not be on. I have to work next weekend, as far as I know, but I'm sure
I will be in Rehoboth Beach, guy. Well, I can do Friday night. If you guys want to do Friday night.
I can do Friday night. I like Friday nights.
So if you guys want to do Friday night, I will be at work, so I will not be able to do it unless we go on a little bit earlier. But then even then, I'm not 100% sure where we will be then. But we'll figure it out as the week goes on. So look for updates. The salesman, look for updates.
We'll definitely.
Next weekend's my work weekend, and
I'm actually in Rehoboth next weekend too. So
we're pretty busy.
I'll be in Rehoboth Beach next weekend.
So Braun Breaker, huge. Adam, any thoughts on Braun Breaker going to Raw?
I think well deserved. I guess he's big in that NXT. I didn't hear stuff about him, but I guess well deserved. We'll see what Raw does for him.
He wrestled for about 10 seconds on SmackDown this past week.
Yeah, I just hope they don't make Braun Breaker into a Goldberg. That's all I'm asking.
And that's what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying that.
Yeah, I'm starting to see it. I'm not liking it.
I say let the man work. I get the whole intensity, the whole speed, and
I agree.
Everything like that. I get that, but let the man work. Put him in a 10-minute match, 15-minute match. He still gets to show his dominance. But Raw's next pick, their 4th pick, was Liv Morgan. So another person staying at Monday Night Raw.
Staying on Raw. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Move. I think that's a good move, especially with the revenge tour heating up. I think that's actually a really good move for her and for Monday Night Raw. Adam, thoughts?
Good. I'm starting to like Liv. She's a good wrestler, so a good move. Keep her.
All right.
Totally agree.
All right, so moving to round 3. Like I said, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to finish out
Livy on Monday, baby.
I'm going to finish out. I want to finish out Raw's draft picks, and then we'll go to SmackDown. When we go to SmackDown, I will tap out, and you guys will have a special host pop in. I ain't going to say who it is, though.
Special host?
Is it this stalker?
So Raw's 5th pick.
Is it Mr. Fuji?
Raw's 5th pick here in the 3rd round went to Ricochet, which was shocked the hell out of me. I don't know.
That was a big jump. Him coming from I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
He stayed in Raw.
He stayed on Raw. That's right. He stayed on Raw.
And which again, his wife, his girlfriend's fiance is the Raw ring announcer.
Right.
Samantha Irvine or whatever you want to call her. We all love Samantha. We all love her. So
Sam's the best. She's the best.
I don't have a problem with Ricochet staying on Raw, I have a problem with him going right there. I mean, there's so many other people that you could have chosen, in the list that was provided that were available at that point. I was kind of surprised.
That's Adam Pierce's pick. I mean, that's who he picked. Yeah.
So I was a little bit surprised. Adam, what were your thoughts on Ricochet being picked 5th overall by Raw?
I guess he needs to stay on Raw. Like Raw is a good place for him. What's he gonna do on SmackDown?
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe go win the IC belt or the US title.
Well, he's not going to win that in Raw or SmackDown. He's just going to be
No.
a super high flyer that puts on great matches and has some minor storylines. So
That's the Ricochet way. I mean,
and so their 6th overall pick, Raw, was Sheamus. I don't know if that's surprising or not. For me, it was I'm like okay, because
but
him just coming back, are they going to push?
wasn't
him
Sheamus?
or
He was on SmackDown, wasn't he?
No, he
Yeah.
was Raw.
No, I
He
thought he was
was SmackDown
SmackDown.
at Raw and Roots.
He was on Raw. He just had a match on Raw with Drew.
No, I'm saying, but he was on SmackDown with the Brutes, right?
Yeah, I thought he was.
Yeah,
on
that's
SmackDown.
exactly. So him going to Raw, I'm okay with that.
But the last couple of weeks, he's been on Raw. So I mean,
Okay,
whether or not
so-
he was SmackDown before he got hurt.
Well,
I have
him
no
staying
idea. I
on,
don't
that's
remember.
fine. I'm okay with
But I
that.
mean, like the recent memory here, the last few weeks, that since he's come back, it's been all Monday Night Raw.
It's been
He hasn't
Raw.
shown up
Yeah.
SmackDown at
Okay.
all.
Right.
I thought they should move him back to SmackDown. I don't like Sheamus. For some
You don't want
reason, I
James?
like him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Girls are supposed to have red hair. Sorry.
What did you say about red hair?
Girls are supposed to have red hair, not guys.
Next time I
Redhead
see you,
stepchild.
next time I see you, don't be surprised if I put my
You
red
have
beard
red
on
hair.
top of your head. All right, so moving on from that, Sheamus was their 6th overall pick for Raw. So their 7th overall pick was the Alpha Academy. So they're
Yeah.
staying Monday Night Raw.
They didn't
as
go
well.
anywhere either. They stayed. Yeah.
Which is fine. I feel like something's gonna be heating up there, so I'm cool with that. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
have any
definitely
issues there.
that's definitely cracks in the wall over there with that crew.
Yeah. And then finally, it was Raw. Their final pick on Friday was Kiana James. Now, this is
Best
somebody from
pick
NXT.
of the night.
I know she was surprised by it. Kiana James.
She was
surprised
shocked. Yes.
by it. I have no idea. I don't watch NXT, so I don't know.
Oh,
anything
it's a
about her,
great
which-
pick. It definitely a great pick. I'm
I
sure
always say I'm gonna watch it,
Sean's
but I
not too happy about it. I can tell you right now.
Why?
Because he's losing to one of his best wrestlers on NXT.
Oh, okay. Shawn Michaels. I'm like, who the hell? Like, I thought you were talking to Shawn or
No. Sean, no, I'm saying HBK is not happy about that because that's he's running NXT. So
Well, this opens it a spot for somebody else to move into. That's
right,
what
but
I look at it.
Keanu on Raw is definitely a great pick for Raw. Absolutely.
I mean, so again, I don't know anything about her, but just seeing like
She
the look
can
of her,
make some noise. She'll definitely make noise on Raw.
She looks like she could do something. So
She could.
I'm actually
Absolutely.
I'm excited to see.
She could give
see
Becky
her
a
work.
run.
All right, so we got one more comment before I tap out here. Eileen says some of the picks were surprising since they drafted early, but I get it. Main stars are split up the pool. Main stars
Yep.
are split up the pool. Yeah. So we'll see what Monday Night Raw has. I mean, this upcoming Monday.
Yeah,
is
we
the
still have
rest of
Monday
the
night.
draft
Tomorrow night.
So that's where they do 12 picks apiece. Each
Right.
brand will get 12 picks. So
Raw
All right,
gets the
so-
first pick tomorrow night. So
we're going to move on to SmackDown's picks. But before we do so, I'm going to say thank you everybody for checking the show out. I have to go. I have to get ready for work
Have a
and go
good
do
night
my
at work.
shift tonight. And it's going to be a long night. I'm going to tell you that, Adam Glenn. It's going to be a long night. And so I'm
we'll
gonna
keep
go
you
ahead
going, big man. We'll keep you going.
I'm going to go ahead and tag in my tag team partner there, my boy,
Okay.
Paul Spencer. Tag him in. There we go. See you
Oh,
guys
here
later.
we go. The tag is on.
I'm out.
All
See
right,
ya.
later, man.
Wow, that hurt my hand, guys. How you guys doing? Big man hurt my hand right there on that tag in, brother. Oh,
And how are you?
I'm doing good, guys. How we feeling?
Good. Just talk a little
It's
SmackDown Raw.
Sunday.
All
Yeah,
right, let's talk some
the weather's
SmackDown.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a Sunday night. Talk to wrestling. Why not? Yeah.
Let's get into it real quick, guys. I have one question for you. Have you guys ever tried Prime yet? Have you guys tried this yet?
I have not tried it yet. I want to.
Oh my
but
God, this is so good. Logan Paul. I want to know, where's Logan Paul going to go, first of all? That's why I want to ask you guys real quick. Because I drank this stuff. This stuff is insanely good.
I think Logan Paul stays where he is.
Yeah, because
Think so?
don't champions stay?
Yeah, I think
That's
he'll
what
stay.
I thought, actually. That's what I
Yeah.
thought, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think champions
I
are
don't
no
think he-
longer eligible for the draft.
That's what I thought. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see. All right, so let's talk SmackDown picks here, guys. Where do you want to start?
Let's start. Go with the first pick. First pick is SmackDown.
All right. Well, who wants to lead us off? Go ahead.
I'll do it.
Sounds good.
First pick, Bianca Belair.
Wow.
Yes, great pick.
What's your thoughts?
Great.
Dave?
Love it. Because her and Jade are going to they're going to win tag team titles.
You think so?
I'm excited. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather see her as a single out WWE champion rather than a tag team with Jade Cargill?
No, I like her with Jade. I do. I think they can really they could be really good together. They could really make some noise.
Really? What do you
Which I
think,
like.
Adam?
I think it's a good pick, and it's a good for women's movement because like, who would think like a woman be the number one pick?
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah,
True. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But like I said with Dave there, don't you think like we all know Bianca, been a champion before, been there, done that, right? We got a new person coming in, Jade Cargill here, that's going to shock the world. The storm is here. But isn't it a waste of talent to have Bianca as a tag team partner rather than boosting her in the women's category for a championship? I mean, you just lost Rhea. That's a big name in Bianca Belair.
It is, and you're right. I agree with that. But at the same time, Bianca's been there and done that with the title. So her being a tag team title is a whole new different story. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole new different ballgame with her being a tag team with Jade.
Yeah, different storyline.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Do you think it's the way the storyline's revealing is a way for Bianca to boost the Storm, Jade Cargill, to push her higher and higher as a tag team, and then all of a sudden Bianca's going to move away from it, get a shot, and then maybe Jade will get her shot because she still needs work in the ring. We know that.
Well, look down the line. Let's just look for the future here. Okay,
Right, that's what I mean,
say these two win the tag team titles. Okay, then they feud a little bit, and then you could have Jade versus Bianca, which would really put Jade over the top.
Oh my God! So the turn, huh? The teacher versus the student turn,
right?
Basically,
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would actually be pretty damn cool.
Yeah, think about it. You go. So if they say they win the tag team titles, they take it to SummerSlam, and whatever, and then maybe another big pay-per-view, and then maybe Royal Rumble, whatever. Then all of a sudden you have this huge match, Jade and Bianca. That would really put some, butts in the seats and watch that.
Yeah. What do you think, Adam, about that? Like Dave said, with the push coming up soon, with that.
I don't think Jade or Bianca should get the push. I think Tiff should get that push her women's title, but I agree with Jade and Bianca, tag team champions.
To me, it's unfair though, man. Like, who the hell honestly is going to beat these two, Bianca and Jade Cargill? The Damage Control, EO, and come on, they have no reason to be in the ring with these. Nobody does, honestly.
But I think the Kabuki Warriors, I think their time is limited right now because their titles are going to be falling with Jade and Bianca.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but it's gonna definitely gonna happen.
It's definitely gonna. I maybe not this pay-per-view, but maybe the next one. Who's to say? But
I agree.
This Jade and Bianca thing could really be. This could be a big thing if they really work it out.
If it works out properly, like you're saying, Dave, which I totally agree. I think the Kabuki Warriors, Damage Control, basically they're on their way out pretty much. Jade and Bianca is going to be the tag team women's, holders. What name would you give those two powerhouse women? What name would you?
See, I've been trying to figure that out. That's tough. I really don't know. Adam, you have any idea?
Do you have to give them a name, or I don't know, because I don't know what you would call them. Bianca, Bear, and Jade. I don't know if they give them a
How
name.
about the B&J Connection or something?
I think it has to have something to do with the storm, right? The EST storm or something like
that.
Yeah,
the story.
The stormiest, the stormiest. I don't know.
The stormiest.
Who knows?
I don't know.
We always hear EST, we hear the storm. So put them together. I don't know what's going to control.
The calm before the storm or something.
Yeah, I think we're going to be smart. We're going to trademark those two names just to see if we get them right, somewhere. So then Triple H can come after us and give us $1 million for our.
If we figured it out, sure. Yeah.
But I think it was a great pick. Bianca, just like you said, Adam, basketball, like Caitlin Clark coming in, college basketball, women's rights. It's good to see the women be the number one pick. It's really good. It's showing.
It's rare that you see that, which is really
it's really good. It actually
that never happened before, did it?
I don't know. Has it, Dave?
No. Not to my knowledge. No.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to the second pick. Wow. Talk about surprise. Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, huge pick for Raw. For SmackDown. Huge pick for SmackDown. Absolutely. Carmelo coming off that huge what was it against NXT?
What was the name?
That
I
huge-
forgot what was the name.
yeah, with Trig. I think it was Trig.
Swerve Strickland or something like that, was it?
No,
I don't remember what it was.
Maybe, but no, Carmelo coming over is huge. He's a big name. He can really make a name for himself from SmackDown, and it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but where do you see him fitting in? I mean, I watched a little bit of NXT just to see him. This guy honestly reminds me of Ricochet, the way this guy moves.
It's just kind of same situation. He could go after the U.S. title, maybe.
But we all know who should be U.S. title,
Who's that, Adam?
and we'll talk L.A. Knight.
That's true.
Okay, let me ask you this: with Carmelo Hayes here, Logan Paul, L.A. Knight, KO, these guys here, who has the biggest repertoire name-wise to get the the United States champion? I mean,
Right now,
who would have the
it's gotta
biggest pop?
it's gotta be Logan Paul.
Yeah,
has to be,
I think
right?
it's staying where it is.
It's gotta be
Right.
Logan Paul. Yeah, he's that guy. I would think so.
That's what I mean. I mean, the biggest pop out there is Logan Paul. I mean,
But
that's the way he is.
Carmelo could give you Logan Paul a run for his money.
I think that would be a hell of a fight with those two because we
I
know Logan
totally
Paul
agree.
can fly off
Totally
the ring,
agree.
and this guy
Absolutely.
Carmelo can fly too. Like you remember that one pay-per-view where Logan Paul and Ricochet met in the middle of the ring. This is something we can see. These two guys are really like
They
you
could.
made the showstopper here. That's what it could
I'm
be.
telling you, baby,
Down the line.
it would be like the match that everybody really wanted to see back in the day, but you never really saw it because there's of age differences. Shawn Michaels and AJ Styles.
Mhm.
I mean, dude, with that match would tear the house down.
Exactly.
But you're not going to, you never see that because those two are totally opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like age wise, and it just never was meant to be. You know, but
that's true.
I mean, I still to this day want to see that match, but you're never going to see it. But I think Carmelo and what do you call it? Logan Paul could be actually pretty good, honestly.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, did they build that to SummerSlam? I think.
Sure, you could build that up.
Okay.
Because Carmelo's on a mission right now, and he's coming from SmackDown. So I'm sorry, NXT, which is a big jump. So yeah, he can make it. He can definitely do that.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the next pick. Dave, you got a control here? Who was the next pick there?
Randy Orton,
Wow, the Viper.
the Viper. Randy Orton, you know what? Him and Kevin Owens are killing it. And I love it. I absolutely. Those two they can tag team all the time, and I watch it. I love to watch it because I love KO. So I'm not. I know they're not going to win tag team titles, but still, at all, they're a great tag team and they're fun. They're just funny. I just love it. It's a comedy act.
So, Adam, I'll start with you. What do you think the storyline was to bring Randy Orton here? Of course, keep him here. What do you think the storyline is for him now? I mean, been there, done that. You know, an elite wrestler, future Hall of Famer. What is his storyline going to be now, where he's based on his draft? Where is he going to be?
I think that's like what he's saying. Like he's gonna put people over. Like him and KO might team up. I don't think he's like a title. Like he don't win a title. But I think like the tail end of his career might, like win a tag team championship with KO.
All right, so basically you're saying send him over pretty much since he's, I hate to say it, but ending his career pretty soon, age-wise, physical-wise, with the injuries with the neck.
Randy can still go.
Yeah, he can still go, but are you saying that we're going to give him a push as a tag team champ with KO a little bit, just to get him another belt strapped on his waist there before we say goodbye?
Go ahead, Adam.
I can see that, because like what he did for the company, what KO did for the company, give him the belt, tag team belts. I don't think there's any better team.
Dave, does he have a better push with being a singles or a tag team with KO? Like
Randy can do either. Randy can do either or.
Which gives him the biggest push?
Right now, I think just being with Kevin Owens is a big push for Randy. I just do. Randy's been there, done that. He doesn't need to do singles competition anymore. It's not for him. Him being because he doesn't wrestle that much. Think about it. He's not killing himself being a tag team because Kevin Owens can take he can take most of the beating than Randy has to.
Yeah, he can control the story there. I mean, he most of 90% of the matches with Kevin Owens anyway. We've seen that. But we all know he's the Viper. Dave, is there any backlash to being a tag team part with the Viper? There's got to be, correct?
Not nowadays. Not back maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, but not now.
Okay.
No, because it's different. Randy Orton. I mean,
whenever I watch Randy, no matter who he's with, who he's tag team with, there's always that in the back of your mind. He's going to turn.
Oh, I totally agree, but I'm saying, but not now. I don't think in this point in his career, you're not going to see the Viper that we saw 10, 15 years ago.
All right, so if you get your wish, David, it's a tag team here. Where do they rank in the tag team? What category right now as rankings 1, 2, and 3? Are they there?
I would say they're at least 3 right
3.
now.
Okay. Who do you have ahead of them?
Yeah. Right now, I think. Tag team champions, of course.
DI and
DI. Well, Awesome Truth.
really,
Yeah.
you think they're not just a gimmick though? I think it's just
No, I think they're good.
I don't know.
DIY is really good too.
Mm-hmm.
I miss Eric. Honestly, I miss Eric and Ivar. I just do. I love the Viking Raiders. To me, they were fun. They were good.
As long as you don't mention the one name that I can't stand, I will turn this show upside down. Pretty Deadly. Don't mention their name, please.
Oh no! I would never put them in there. No, no, not at all. Pretty Deadly's pretty done. Dunley,
Yeah, exactly.
They're done, bro.
Yeah.
They're pretty much done at this point.
Well, anything else? Anything else on that? Or Randy Orton here? I mean, what do you guys? Good pickup, solid pickup. What do you guys think?
Randy can go anywhere. It doesn't. You can put Randy on NXT and he'd still kick ass. It wouldn't matter.
Adam?
Yeah, I think it's a good keep.
Good. Okay. All right. Well, Dave, take us to the next draft pick here.
All right, next pick is do I have to say this name? Nia Jax. Are you kidding me?
Well,
I mean, you tried her on Raw. Now you're putting her on SmackDown against Bayley. Come on, man. Where does she land? I mean.
Well, let's talk about the benefits of this pickup first, and then we'll go to the disadvantages of this. What is the benefits of putting her here on SmackDown? What is the benefits?
She can definitely rule the women's division at this point because she's as big as she is, and she can take care of
But the main question: when does Charlotte come back?
But right, there's really nobody that her size that she can't handle on SmackDown. On Raw a little bit there, but not on SmackDown.
I mean, the thing to me is the one name that I like mentioning is Rachel Rodriguez, but we know her skin condition. She can't be, a full.
Yeah, well, Raquel, yeah.
Yes. We can't have her there. But where does Tiffany Stratton go? Does this push her with Nia Jax?
I don't think so.
Because to me, honestly, who else can beat Nia Jax?
I mean, Nia came in and helped her out. Took out Bayley on SmackDown. We get it. And then to help Tiff win. I get that, which is fine. But Nia's just pretty much staying in the role that she did on Raw. It's the same thing. It's not changing. I mean,
so what's the benefits? We haven't really said.
She takes out anybody she sees. Pretty much.
She is like the guardian of the ring. She controls the entire ring. You step into me, I'm going to put you over. Has
right.
No justification of I'm going to be the best wrestler here. I'm just the biggest wrestler, correct?
Right. I'm just the biggest. I'll take you out anytime I want, and I can take But I'm. There's no way in the world they're going to put Nia Jax as champion. Not going to happen.
Never say never, Dave. I mean, WWE is changing ways,
Dave. But I don't think Triple H would go that far.
I mean, who would have thought Roman would have lost? Who would have thought Gunther would have lost? Who would have thought?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You're right, but Nia's not champion material.
Especially
those guys. Those guys are. Nia's not.
All right, Adam. What do you think? What's the pros of bringing Nia Jax here as a high? Well, I would say a high draft pick. It really was a high draft pick.
I have no idea why they brought her there because I think the fans want to see Tiff as champ. So why bring Nia there to feud with Tiff? I don't see it, but I could be wrong.
So the way you're looking at it is they already set up this, scenario of Nia Jax and Trish Stratton here coming up for the championship. On the SmackDown brand, correct?
Oh,
those two.
As top, two.
The top two dogs in the Okay.
For Bayley, sure.
Yeah, it could be a feud for a little bit.
Okay, so Bayley versus Nia Jax. Is that what we're going to see pretty soon?
Could be a triple threat if you put Tiff in there.
Who wins it?
Bayley.
Bayley?
Absolutely.
Adam?
Bayley,
Bayley's going to keep that title for a while. She ain't done not going for it.
Listen, I think it's Tiffy time, honestly.
It could be. At SummerSlam, it could be. Until SummerSlam.
The fans want Tiff.
You think we get it at SummerSlam? Maybe.
I think that's a big possibility. Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I agree. I think Bayley should get it a little bit longer. I mean, her reign, what she's been through, been there, done that, damage control, how she went through all that, being, the bad person, the good person, vice versa. Then she finally gets her shot versus a team member of Damage Control, wins it. she's got to hold that title for at least
at
wanna
least till
say-
SummerSlam.
I want to say at least maybe 3 or 4 months, maybe 4 pay-per-views here. You got to hold that title, man. You know what I mean?
agree.
You don't want to be Drew McIntyre. 5 seconds and it's gone. You know what I mean? You worked your ass off to get it. At least let me have it for a little bit. Let me have my
Right.
time. You know what I mean?
Let Bailey make a run. She deserves it.
Exactly. But if she does lose it, who do you think the proper rights to be losing it to?
It's
Would it be
either-
Nia or
it-
Nia?
I think
Nia or Tiffany?
it would definitely be Tiffany. It wouldn't be Nia.
I agree. You too, Adam?
Yeah, Tiff. Yeah, because
Tiff.
she's over with the fans.
I agree. Hey, listen, she sold me, man. Listen, I'm over Liv. I'm on Tiffy time right now.
Tiffy time, baby.
Oh yeah, hey, go from one blonde to the other. I can't go wrong picking either one.
Tiff is good. She's very good.
She is.
She's good in the ring.
She's explosive, man. She really is. I mean,
Can
she's
be.
good. She's good.
Mhm.
And her persona is just like selling. And I tell you what, Ludwig Kaiser's a lucky guy. I'll tell you that.
That's one lucky dude.
It is, isn't it? All right, Dave. Let's go.
I can't stand Kaiser on Raw. He gets on my nerves.
You know what?
Okay.
It makes me think. My mom always said, "Paul, you always have a chance with the high school prom queen." And looking
This
at
is
Kaiser
true.
versus Tiffany, I think I have a shot with at least. But I got Katie, my beautiful wife. So
Yeah.
it's no big deal. But Dave, take us to the next pick here.
He's staying on SmackDown, baby. And I was surprised because I really thought he was going to go to Raw, but they kept him on SmackDown. My man, L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Adam, I'll let you start with here because I hate when Dave says that and screams at my ear saying LA Knight.
I don't agree with it, but like SmackDown is the only place he can win a championship because he goes to Raw. CM Punk's going to win a Raw championship.
Right.
So I think that's why they kept him on SmackDown.
Sure.
Is this Triple H's way saying, hey, listen, we're going to give you what you basically deserve, a big push here for one of the belts? Because I hate saying this word, but I think maybe SmackDown is the lesser brand right now with the roster, with those shots given. Am I right or wrong with that?
Nah,
I think you're
SmackDown's
right.
the better show.
Well, roster wise, I think it is a better show. Of course, it's this name staple of WWE Raw, but I'm talking roster wise. Do you think this is why LA Knight was pushed there
I
because
think,
it's a bigger roster move for him, a bigger push to where he belongs?
but he belongs on SmackDown.
Mhm.
End of story. End of story. That's it. Because everybody knows they love his song. They love him. He's that guy.
So you're telling me if he goes to Monday night, I can't yell LA Knight. This wouldn't fit.
You can, but it won't be the same. It wouldn't be the same.
Oh, it's the Friday Night factor. I got you.
Yes.
Okay, Dave.
Now you're getting it.
All right. It does have a better ring. LA Knight versus. You're just starting the week like LA Knight. Friday night, you're hyped up. It's
Friday night, LA Night. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right, Dave. You sold me. Great point. All right.
Dude,
Dave, since you're talking about it, LA Knight, he's your boy. I've seen it firsthand. I don't know how many times. I really want to put a video up there of what I had you do at Payback in Pittsburgh, where you got the whole crowd yelling LA Knight.
I did, didn't I?
You did. I remember that. So I know you're an LA Knight fan. I will try to find that video on my phone. I will try to post that to our site there, of course. But Dave, talking about LA Knight, what is the momentum going in here with SmackDown?
He's just got that. He's got that swag, and just people just love him, and they love us. They love him saying it. They love him,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just he's got Paul. Honestly, he has to get a title somewhere along the line, because if he doesn't, what's the point?
I think you're going to wait a little bit.
I don't care if
Cody
it's a
got
U.S.
hold of
title.
it.
I don't care if it's whatever. It's got to be a title somewhere. He
Mhm.
deserves it. He definitely deserves it. I've been saying it for months, and I've been waiting for months, but it's not happening. It's got to happen eventually.
Real quick,
He's
Brian.
the top prospect,
Go ahead.
in the modern day system. Because he almost won Money in the Bank last year. As he win it this year and cash in.
I'm telling you, he's
Mhm. Yep.
Is this the
Ken
LA
Fried
Knight
checks in.
year?
He says, Ken Fried checks in. He says, Drew McIntyre is officially signed with the WWE as well as Finn Balor.
yeah,
Okay?
they both did.
There we go.
Yeah,
But my thing,
Well,
Dave,
Finn said he wasn't going anywhere, so
Yeah. My thing is, Dave, I mean, to me, when we went to Payback, it was all LA Knight. Everything was LA Knight. The crowd was just straight 100% LA Knight. But Dave, to me, I think he needs that big push, like you guys are saying, because to me, it's went down a little bit. The momentum of LA Knight has went down. I mean,
a little, not
the
much,
pop
but
has
a
went
little.
down. This, I think, is a good thing, like you said, to bring him back. He deserves a shot, Dave, but I don't think they're going to give him the shot because after the draft, I think they're going to push other wrestlers to gain momentum because LA Knight can come back anytime with that chant, just like you said, that Friday night LA Knight thing. Everybody will all be on his back. He
Sure.
is what I call a ticket salesperson because he sells tickets, but I think it's time to push someone before him. And then when things get a little stale, if that doesn't work out, plan B, LA Knight, Friday night.
But
It's time.
but once he wins that title, then things will change.
What title are you
like-
going to give him?
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Well, you got to give me
whatever.
one. You got to give me one.
U.S. title, I'm okay with that. But if he wins that U.S. title, or even the heavyweight championship, if he goes out and beats Cody, that place would erupt.
And I'm
rough.
going to ask you a question. Which one has the bigger pop? The Cody song that millions and billions of people get hyped up. Hell, I don't even like the song. And when I was at Payback, I started jamming with Dave right up there, But
Right.
which one has the bigger pop? The Cody or the LA Knight? What side of this are you on?
I love LA Knight, and he got the better line. Let me talk to you. And Cody's like, what do you want to talk about?
Right. No, well, the thing is too, when you hear LA Knight's song, you just like it comes out of nowhere. Cody's song, you kind of know, you hear wrestling, family wrestling, whatever it says,
Yeah,
What do you-
I wouldn't
but-
consider him like
But when you're in a crowd, okay, and you're in a show, and you've been there with me, Paul, when you hear that LA Knight, like, that place just jumps. It's just classic.
It is, yeah. I mean, the pop for that one, of course, I was just like, okay, what is the big hype with this here? Then all of a sudden it hit, and I'm like,
It's kind of like the New Age Outlaw,
okay.
because you hear, "Oh, you didn't know," and then you hear L.A. Knight. It's kind of like the same thing if you think about it,
All
because
right.
you didn't know that place. Yeah, everybody with the Road Dogg was going crazy. Oh my God, I couldn't tell you how many shows I've been when I hear, "Oh, you didn't know," and everybody would just like flip out.
Oh boy.
So
All right,
good times. Good times.
So rate this draft pick, LA Knight. Dave, I think you and Adam, I think I'm double teamed here. I think this is an A++, but let me get your opinion. What is it? What grade we giving him?
For LA Knight
Yep.
draft,
Mm-hmm.
oh, A-.
A-. Okay. Are you a little bit like kind of like, why did he go so late? Being a name brand there?
Well, he went 5, but that's okay.
Okay.
You had to go. I mean, Bianca, Carmelo, Randy, Nia. I think he could have went before Nia.
What about Carmelo? I think he's a bigger name
He
than
could've went-
Carmelo.
Yeah,
But
Carmelo's on the Carmelo's on the rise right now. Carmelo is making his way up. So,
But I get that. Then the biggest NXT prospect, in years coming up. I get that. You want to give him that big push. Wow, he's number 2.
I think I would have went Bianca, Carmelo, Randy, then LA Knight, then Nia.
Okay, Adam, what do you think about? Give me a grade for LA Knight here. A+.
I think it's an A if they make him champion.
Yes.
If it'll make him champion. So
Yeah.
what is your road to the championship for LA Knight, real quick, before we move on to the last?
It's really hard because I thought U.S. champion was the name brought Carmelo Hayes. So where does that put LA Knight?
Right.
Mm.
Now it's like a dog down at the U.S. champ.
Okay. All right,
I'll
Dave.
get a title somewhere.
What's the road really quick to LA Knight's title run?
LA Knight's road. He's got to go through Cody. He's got to get to Cody.
So you want the biggest strap in the world?
Oh,
You wanna go up to
absolutely.
the-
I want.
He
Go-
don't win the Money in the Bank.
Beat AJ
Wow.
Styles again. Go through, I guess, Carmelo or whatever you have to do. I would say if you're putting KO up there, that's a possibility too. But it's either Cody or the U.S. title or Logan Paul.
So do you
Yeah.
see a feud, like you said, AJ has to fight Cody, of course. If Cody wins that, LA Knight gets maybe,
Maybe he
AJ
rises.
Styles
Maybe
here.
he'll take the AJ Styles spot.
and then, maybe it'll be, Carmelo Hayes saying, hey, I'm the best champion here. I'm from NXT. I'm the big guy here.
Mhm.
Then it's going to be one of those two for the rights to go after Cody Rhodes, maybe.
I think so, but
Maybe
you got to
like
put
good for
Andrade.
months.
You can't take Andrade out of the equation either, because Andrade's on his way
He's a
out.
sleeper. I think he's a sleeper right now.
He
He's
can
been
be.
out for so long now.
Yeah.
He's coming back with the big stock, progression
Yeah.
for him. I think he's a huge push as well. But
Absolutely.
let's move on to another pick here, Dave. Who else we got?
I got the
LA
bloodline.
Knight's my pick to
The-
win Money in the Bank.
The
Money in the Bank?
who?
Okay.
Who?
LA Knight's gonna win Money in the
You
Bank.
know what? I would love that.
Wow.
I
Wow.
would love that.
Hmm.
That would be
That
great.
would be a huge push right there.
The bloodline.
You mean the
Bloodline.
new bloodline, right? The new
bloodline, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Mm.
Solo, Tama Tonga, and Paul Heyman.
Yeah. I just want to ask you guys really quick. I just want your opinion here. I'm old school. I grew, up with people that belong together. Okay, I don't know how I look at this bloodline. Not seeing Roman Reigns a
So
part of
weird.
this bloodline, isn't it weird to you guys? Honestly,
It
it is
is.
to
It
me.
is.
It's like
Roman
waking up in the
Reigns.
morning and having my toast and I put peanut butter and a little jelly on there. I don't have any jelly. I just
But-
have peanut butter. It looks a little different to me.
I think that okay. I'm kind of looking at the list. I'm looking at this like the NWO.
Uh-oh.
Now think about it. When you had the black and white NWO, and you had the red and black NWO, Wolfpack versus the regular.
Mm-hmm.
I think, this is what they're probably going to go with this. I think Roman comes back and brings back Jimmy and Jay.
Well, we got to wait at least 3 months. I mean, there's still
Well,
filming.
okay, right. I'm saying, but I think this is where they're going to go with this because Roman, Jimmy, and Jay will be red, and I think Solo, and Tama Tonga.
But who's the third member then? I mean,
that's the question. I don't know.
Who's the third member for Solo's team over there?
Yeah, it could be.
Now, isn't there someone out there that there is rumored to be?
Yeah,
the tree's got to be big, right? The tree's got to be big on that side of the family. On both
yeah,
sides
it's
of the family,
definitely it's going to be I'm not sure who that is, but I think that's where they're going to go with it, though.
Okay. Adam, what do you feel? What Dave said there? The push here, because I definitely agree with you, Dave. I think the Uso brothers are going to get back together. I think it's going to happen here because,
Jay's on a mission. Jay's doing great on his own, though.
He is. But I think there's going to be that this is what I think. Adam, you go first before I go on. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I thought the bloodline, like SmackDown needs the bloodline for ratings because like all the talent is on Raw. The biggest talent. That's the biggest thing they have is on SmackDown is the bloodline, the new bloodline. So that's a solid pick.
But don't you, before I get into what I want to say about that, but don't you think it's a total different miss here having Solo as the leader of the new bloodline? Because the mic control is not what it is. If it's not Paul Heyman, it's a pretty boring promo. Do you feel that?
I agree.
I mean, Solo can only say so much. Just give me the mic and it's like, shut up, I'm speaking. That's pretty much all I say. You know what I mean? I mean, to me, at least Roman has the timing. The crowd gets into it. Acknowledge me. I don't know how long we've waited. A couple times for like 5 minutes before we get the acknowledge me. He feels the crowd. He plays the crowd. Solo's just like, I forgot my line already. I forgot my line already. No,
he's not much of a crowd pleaser. That's for sure.
Yeah, but
that's what they have Paul Heyman for.
That's true.
That's what I mean. If they don't have Paul Heyman, it's kind of like a lesser promo because when Paul Heyman's on the mic, it's nice. But when he's not,
Paul's still praising Roman though. Paul still praises Roman, so it's going to piss off Solo eventually.
Exactly. But Adam, you said ratings have the new bloodline on SmackDown. To me, they missed the point here because it's the promos aren't going to be the same. You're going to have Heyman giving the promos, but you're not going to have the Roman on the mic. You're going to have Solo on the mic. To me, it's a little bit of a miss. Don't you agree?
Yeah, but I think people like Heyman.
Oh, I love Heyman. Heyman. Yeah, hell yeah.
Heyman is Heyman.
A legend. Yeah, he's a legend, But Dave, I do agree with you. I think this is my storyline. I think Jay wins the title coming up here. Main event wins the title.
Yeah, eventually he will.
And his brother is the first one somehow to congratulate him some way, somehow. And the friendship, the brothership, the real bloodline is back together.
That's possible.
It's not going to happen right away. It's going to happen maybe 2 to 3 months. He's going to hold the title for a month. Then he's going to slowly work his way back in with his brother. Then when Roman's ready, just like you said, the new bloodline 2.0,
right.
Roman,
Jimmy,
and Jay come back. And by that time, what we're calling the newer bloodline will have that third member.
Yep.
And then it's going to be Paul Heyman making the decision, Roman, Solo.
Yeah.
Which way does he go? Of course, it's going to be Roman.
It's going to be Roman. He's like, of course.
Adam, what do you think? Are we looking too far ahead of this?
I think we're looking.
Like I think that's a good storyline. Bring back Roman. Like Ken was talking about that 2 weeks ago. Like having at the Survivor Series, like bloodline versus bloodline.
Yes. Set it up right then and there. The storyline's going to work its way there by the time the movie's over. So yeah,
I saw a picture of Roman, Jimmy, and Jay coming out in red t-shirts, like kind of like a NWO, red and black. Like
was this recent?
And it said Bloodline. Yeah, kind of cool. Kind
So
of
that'd
cool.
be pretty cool. Just like you said, Survivor Series there having Bloodline versus Bloodline. That would probably be the main event, honestly. That
Kinda
match
cool.
just alone by itself.
Yeah.
Then man, that just opens up so much. I don't know if The Rock has another movie coming up. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
he's definitely in there too, so you can't take him out of the equation.
Special guest referee, maybe. Let's call it now. Something like that or something like that.
Possibility.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Bloodline
Well, he
rules.
might, well, yeah, I guess.
Who knows? But yeah, I think this is a great pickup. Solo. To me,
It's good pickup definitely for SmackDown.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Whoever gets Paul Heyman on their roster, that's a solid pickup because that's 15-minute promo of your show right there.
When you have Paul Heyman in your corner, you're good.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Well, any more pickups, Davey?
Next pickup is AJ Styles.
Your boy. The house that AJ built. Am I correct?
SmackDown is the house that AJ built. Yeah, it's actually The Rock. The Rock SmackDown. SmackDown's The Rock show. But we all know. No, I love AJ Styles, and him and LA Knight. AJ's getting his title shot against Cody, which is cool. I'm okay with that. I don't think he's going to win, but
okay.
Can you guys imagine if AJ Styles were to win that match and were to be champion?
I don't know about that one.
I'd love it. I would absolutely love it.
But that'd be one way to screw Cody, finish the story. And
then screw Cody over. Yeah, that'd be great.
I tell you what, that's like a book you've been writing for 15 years of your life, Cody Rhodes' story, and then in 1 month the book closes. Story
Done.
Over. That would be a New York bestseller. How long is the book? 1 chapter, 1 month.
1 chapter, 1 month.
But Dave, since you're an AJ guy here, of course we all know that.
I love AJ in TNA.
What does he bring to this draft pick here being on SmackDown? I know it's the house that AJ built here, but what does it mean?
AJ has gotten he's a name. He can go. It's one of those. You say AJ Styles, you think it's kind of like Chris Jericho. Kind of situation.
Wow.
There's two. Yeah, it's definitely the same.
That's a big name reference there, comparing people.
Yeah, well, Jericho's been in the business forever, and so has AJ Styles. So it's like you're not,
But the difference is I know we're not talking AEW, but Jericho is one of the big names over there, and AJ's still trying to work his way up the ladder where he should be.
There's no ladder for AJ. AJ, he doesn't climb the ladders. No.
So he's at the top of the ladder here. He has a title shot. Is this his?
He's AJ Styles. It doesn't.
But is this the top of the ladder where just like you said, he doesn't have to be climbing the ladder. He's at the top of the ladder. Is this the time, Dave, to say you're at the top? Secure the bag, secure the belt. Is this the time right now?
Not now. It's not. But he's not going to win it. But
okay,
it's like you could put AJ Styles name with John Cena if you wanted to.
And you know what? I don't know because I don't know. I got to go John Cena on that one because John Cena follows us and AJ Styles doesn't. You know what I mean?
This is true. True.
I got to go John Cena on that one. He's smarter than man because he follows out of the box.
But AJ Styles, TNA, AJ Styles, Japan, AJ Styles. He's an amazing guy. He's
a journeyman. Going from Japan wrestling,
and he looks great. He is in the best shape of his life right now, and he's, I've seen AJ Styles wrestle so many times, and I never get tired of it.
Yeah, Adam, what do you think? Adam, what do you think about AJ? Being on the brand here, that just like Dave said, he's a Jericho name basically too. Legend.
I have no idea what this does because I don't see AJ being a champion.
Does it do anything for you?
No.
Okay.
I'm done with AJ. I seen him too long.
Oh, never. I can't.
He said he's seen him too long. He's done with that. The gimmick's over. You have your last. Is this like the swan song, Adam? What we're looking at? You have your shot at the title here. You don't win it. We're gonna push you.
The only thing about Jericho thing that I say, Jericho was 9-time Intercontinental Champion. AJ Styles never did that. So.
Yeah, bring AJ Styles back like every 5 months.
Jericho was a 2-time champ. He did beat Stone Cold and The Rock on the same day, so I'll give you that. But it's still AJ Styles. It doesn't matter. It's AJ Styles.
So to Adam's point here, just like you said, Adam. You said bring him back like every 1 or 2 or 3 months, correct? Something like that, right?
Yeah, don't keep him on a show.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is use his name, AJ Styles, just like they did with the LA Knight, backyard brawl at his house. That right there to push the name between 2 wrestlers higher and higher to give them the push. But otherwise, you're not going to get a title.
No, wait a minute.
We'll
Wait
use
a
you
minute.
when we need you.
Who was the last match The Undertaker had again in his career?
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. Exactly.
Who won that match?
And Taker did.
Of course, they just pushed
But
AJ
but
under the rug.
but it's not the point. It was AJ. It was AJ Styles. It wasn't anybody else. AJ Styles. You know.
Well, maybe the Undertaker just said, "Give me an easy match." No, I'm just joking.
Oh, that's it. But that was the great. Was that a graveyard match or something?
I don't
Yeah,
remember
it
that
was a
one. I don't
graveyard
remember.
match.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah.
All right, so Dave, Adam, I'll start with you here because I already know where Dave's going with this one. I know he's going to lose, but where is the push for AJ Styles here? 46 years old, as Out of the Box said a little bit earlier here. Where does he go? Still being a top 5 draft pick for SmackDown brand.
I have no idea where he goes. I don't see him championing anytime soon. He's not a champion anytime.
Okay. What do you think, Dave?
He's not going to be a champion, but he can still main event matches left and right, so it doesn't really matter.
So you think he's going to be pretty much the co-main event? I mean, not a co-main event, but co-main wrestler to have that namesake.
Him and Cody could take it on the road for months at a time. It's not going to matter.
How long do you? Dave, that's a great thing. How long do you see this right here? Win or lose for AJ Styles? Win or lose for Cody Rhodes? How long does this progress between these two? Right.
I think it goes to SummerSlam.
You think so? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Adam?
I think AJ gets back in the feud with LA Knight.
think so? Okay.
The only way that happens is they put LA Knight in the triple threat. Those three together. I can see that happening.
Okay. All right. I think they do progress this. Win, lose, or draw on this one here. Of course, not draw, but I think AJ and them battle one more time, and then somehow, Dave, I kind of agree with you there. I think somehow, some way, a third party jumps in there and makes it a triple threat match.
Which you could do, but if you're taking doing house shows and on the road, you're going to have AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes. This is going to happen.
You said at house shows though, right?
If you're doing house shows if you're going on the road, you're taking shows on the road, and your main event is AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes.
Okay. Now, Dave, you go to
that's the main event itself.
You go to the house shows. I don't. I've never been to one really. But can a title change hands?
It's not very, 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 very rare. Does that happen?
Okay, that's why
it's not going to happen.
Okay.
But back in the day, it did. The Intercontinental title actually changed hands a couple of times. But that's it's not going to happen. But a house show main event, Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think it's a ticket seller. Of course, you see those two. If I'm in the area and I see, Cody Rhodes versus AJ, holy crap, I'm going to this house show. I'm going to that.
I mean, if it's close to home, I'm there. I mean, it's a great show. I mean,
but of course, the quick titles won't change because it's a house show. You want that on the SmackDown label, or if it was on Raw, you want that.
But it's still a great match to see.
Of course. Yeah. Adam, if that was a house show, what do you think? Do you think that's just going to be the house show label to have AJ as a staple piece, name wise? To battle these, top wrestlers as a ticket sales, basically.
Yeah, ticket sales. Basically, put people over. He'll put Cody over, and he'll put that other guy over that just came.
Okay.
I mean, Roman was doing house shows again, but he was winning, but he wasn't winning titles or anything. But he was still a house show.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yep. And Dave, real quick, breaking news. Remember how you said you wanted a T-shirt for Liv Morgan's Revenge Tour?
I do.
There it is.
Are you kidding me?
They do have one out. Yes, they do.
I love it. I want it.
Somebody just sent to me and said, "Hey, they have them," so I just put it on there for you.
I definitely want one. Yes.
Yeah, I was so pissed off, Dave, because during the payback, I was actually walking around for like an hour with you. When you got the LA Knight shirt, I was looking for the Liv Morgan shirt, and I couldn't.
I know you were. I know. Adam, real quick, did you know that Matt Hardy's in TNA again?
Is he?
Yeah, he's back to broken Matt Hardy again.
Is that the picture where he's like crying a little bit?
Yeah, his hair is long and he's got the robe on and everything. What's your take on that?
WWE want it back?
What's your take on that? Do you think that's going to work, or I mean, him being broken Matt Hardy again?
I think he'd be elderly Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
I saw it. I thought it was great. I was like, broken Matt Hardy's back. I'm okay with that.
He's back in the minors.
I just love Matt Hardy. I'm a fan.
But there's a huge difference between Jeff Hardy, the way he moves, versus Matt Hardy. You know what I mean?
Well, Matt, yeah, well,
like I can't. I've seen him wrestle before.
Matt's not as good as he used to be, but you know.
No. I mean, I watched them and I was just like, oh my god! Because
when they were the Hardy, when the best match ever was Edge and Christian, the Hardys and Dudleys, and
Can you pause me?
ladder match?
I gotta grab my charger.
Yeah, go
ahead. Yeah, Dave. When I go back to it, I look at the TLC matches between the Dudley boys,
those three.
It was insane. That's when you see Matt and Jeff flying off the tops. All three of them.
That's when the Hardys were at their best.
Oh, agreed.
But no, I love Broken Matt Hardy. I think it's hysterical. I sit there and laugh.
What is the take on that, Dave? Why do you bring in a person that just with a new whole gimmick here, coming in basically? What storyline is this? I mean, I know it's not our brand, but what is it?
It's just for show. I mean, to make you laugh. Yes.
So since we have R-Truth, they need Matt Hardy, correct?
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Oh my God, Dave! I'll take R-Truth any day. I'll take R-Truth.
I love Broken Matt. I think it's hysterical.
Oh my God!
I'll take Broken Matt any day of the week.
I don't know, Dave. I don't know about that one, but I tell you,
I loved it when he was here. I loved it when he did Broken Matt WWE. But then when the Hardys came back on WrestleMania, that was great too. Oh God, that was just incredible. Gotcha. Nobody knew they were coming to WrestleMania.
Gotcha. But I know one thing, Dave. You guys are usually on late tonight. It's already 9:44. But I'll tell you,
I know. I didn't think we'd be on this long.
But I tell you one thing, man. When I think about it, if you're staying up late, you got to get up the next morning, especially on Monday morning. Make sure you reach out to monkeycoldcoffee.com. The evolution of flavor infused coffee, bourbon chocolate chip, toasted coconut rum. The greatest flavors, the newest flavor, honey agave. Also, Matt, the owner, is doing barrel-aged honey, so make sure you reach out to them for all your swag needs. K-cups, travel mugs, cold beer diffusers, T-shirts, whatever you need, they got you covered. And we got you covered here as well as Box Sports Entertainment here. Make sure you use promo code OOTB Sports at monkeycoldcoffee.com for 10% off your entire order. And also, a portion of that order goes to the National Pediatric Foundations to complete pediatric cancer for young kids. So please reach out to them. Once again, it's promo code OOTB Sports at monkeycoldcoffee.com. And last but not least, guys, reach out to my good friend Jason Fine, attorney with Big Al, 1-800-HURT-123, motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workers' comp, personal injury claims, 3 convenient locations throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey. First in New Jersey, it's Cherry Hill, 3 Greensboro Lane. Also in the city of brotherly love. And they need some help out there because Sixers got their ass kicked today. So if you need it, if you feel kind of bad, reach out to Jason Fine there. 1628 JFK Boulevard, Suite 2120, and my neck of the woods, Pittsburgh, PA. Kind of feel the same way because Pittsburgh Pirates started off great. Now they're bad. 500 Grand Street, Suite 2900. Make sure you reach out to Jason Fine, 1-800-HURT-123. Tell him how the Box Sports Entertainment sent you. And guess what, guys? Most lawyers charge you that crazy fee, 50%, 45. You're never going to hear 40, but we'll keep going lower out of the box. 35, nope, 33 and a third percent. You mentioned out of the box, we take your case. No recovery, no fee. Once again, that number is 1-800-HURT-123. Attorney Jason Fine, Big Al.
Attorney Big Al.
Yes, sir. Let's bring Adam back. He is back. We're tagging it back in Adam here.
Adam. Missed you.
All right. Adam, y'all charged up. You got some battery in your phone there?
Yeah, it's charging.
All right. There we go.
There is one more draft pick that we missed. So.
Well, who you want to talk about, Dave?
Well, the last pick of SmackDown.
Let's talk about it.
Andrade.
How can we forget about Andrade, man?
Wild card.
Talk about a guy that was so awesome, left for a while, came back, and the punch that he's getting right now, the storyline, with the what is it called? Oh, goodness gracious, help me out here. The LWO, that kind of scenario. Yep. It's a great push for Andrade.
I love Andrade. Andrade's great.
Mm-hmm. Adam, how you feel?
I feel it's a good pick. I'm excited to see Andrade on SmackDown and see where he goes.
Mm-hmm. Didn't he just leave Raw?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I know he went Raw to SmackDown.
Well, my question is this real quick. I know we talked about with Ken on the show. He talked about, significant others being on the show. Ricochet versus Samantha Irvin, of course. You knew that made sense, okay? You make sense with certain people here. It's Becky and Seth. Does Charlotte automatically go to SmackDown?
Yes.
It has to, right? It has to.
She's not leaving SmackDown. Of course they're going to keep them together. They're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, it makes sense, right?
WWE does not split their couples up. Doesn't happen.
No. How long are we looking at for Charlotte Flair, though, since we're talking about Andre? How far is Charlotte Flair out?
I think she's ready to come back now, but I think I know if I had to take a guess, I would say SummerSlam.
Wow. You think she's progressing that fast?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, I agree. She comes back, wins the title,
Wow.
just like Becky. Like,
I'm not gonna
they're
say she's
going
going
old
to the
school.
title, but I think SummerSlam's a good spot for her to just to make a run
hmm
somewhere.
You don't think she'll win the title?
Mm-mm.
They Charlotte
I'm
as
not
SmackDown
seeing them
champ.
taking the title off Bailey anytime soon. I'm just not.
hmm
Bailey just won it. She deserves it. She worked her butt off to get it. So I don't think to me,
Okay.
I think her run could go either to SummerSlam, right, or past SummerSlam, and I would say maybe Survivor Series,
hmm
and then from there.
Okay. Well, speaking of Andrade, I mean, what is his push here? I mean, been there, done that. Basically, had a good career as well. This is a bigger push for him coming back here, being a high pick for SmackDown. Where does he fit
I
in?
think he's glad he's back. Leaving AEW, which he was there for a while, I don't think he was happy there. Just it was time to just part ways with them and come back to WWE where he belongs.
Okay.
I think with it, well, I think with Vince being gone and Triple H being there, I think that was a big difference too. I think that made a difference in that, and plus with his wife being in WWE,
Sure.
it only made sense.
Yeah, I mean, the road trips don't add up when you're significant others on one brand. The vice versa brand, black and white here at WWE, AEW. So it makes so
Right.
much sense for him to be back. But Adam, where does he fit in with the Andrade situation here? What is the
I
push
have
for
no
him?
idea because the U.S. title is there's so many people that could be the U.S. champ.
Mm.
Yeah,
I have no idea where he goes. They buried him because he left.
I think him doing storylines is fine.
Okay.
He's good with that. I don't think he's not opposed to that because he's wrestling. It's not because I don't think AEW. I don't think he was wrestling as much as he would here, which I think he wanted to do.
Okay.
So he's wrestling. He's in storylines. You can see Charlotte. I think he's happy either way.
Yeah, because you read my mind, Dave. Adam, there. Talking about the Continental Championship. The U.S. title here. Where does he fit in with that ladder there? Because we talked about the ladder. I mean, that ladder is really
It's
a big jump for you to climb up. You got Kevin Owens. You got all these guys. Logan Paul, even Ricochet in there. Trying to climb up that title for that championship belt there. Andre is like, to me, I hate saying this, but he's the lesser of the five that we talked about moving up to that title.
But he's good. He's a very good wrestler.
yes, yeah.
Don't take it for granted because he can go. But can they push him? Sure.
No, I agree.
If they pushed him, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
But you know what, Dave? I kind of like the storyline. I think I like the storyline that he's in. I don't think he's a championship guy to me. I think he's a storyline guy because the LWO is a great story too.
Sure, it is. It's great.
You can go different ways with that. You can, bring the turn, bring the flip in, and I think he's one of the guys that can, maintain that or take it to another direction.
Adam, your thoughts on Carlito turning? Did we see it coming or what?
Carlito, yeah.
Was that great? The way they did it. The way they did it, I thought it was great. Yeah, the way they did it. Put it on the screen. He's sitting in the ring, like, guys, you got me. Is that what you want me to do?
Carlito is a great wrestler.
Oh, no doubt.
That goes to show you that the imaginary vision of Triple H of what he's doing right now is just so much more. I want to say more aggressive and more entertaining to what he's bringing to the floor now.
The writers are better now than they were with Vince.
Oh, sure, 100%.
Because with Triple H right now is looking into the future. Triple H, he's already done the Survivor Series. I mean, Vince, it was week to week, and I've talked about that with my friends before, and we've talked that many times. We've said that, but Triple H is looking into the future, and that's what WWE is. That's why they're doing so well.
Gotcha. Eileen brings a great question. Let's talk about this real quick. We've been in about 10 minutes here. We'll go to about 10, something like that. Eileen says, so will the Street Profits go to SmackDown too? What do you guys think?
Possibility. I think they can become tag team champions again.
Yeah. Well, who right now on the roster, who are the tag teams on SmackDown right now based on what is there right now?
Well, your tag teams you have DIY. No, SmackDown or Raw?
Oh, SmackDown here. We're on SmackDown.
I'm sorry, SmackDown. Oh, God.
If they do go there, that's what I said. Push them over there. If they go there, who are the tag teams on SmackDown right now?
Well, tag team titles definitely with
DIY.
DIY's not. They're on Raw.
So it's R-Truth.
They're on Raw. They're champs.
Well, damn, who the hell's on SmackDown? The tag teams.
I'm trying to figure out who's SmackDown.
Basically, the Street Profits are best tag team on SmackDown. I think
they would. Yeah, if they go to SmackDown, they probably will be.
So I think that might be a better push is if they do go there, like Eileen said, I think that's a bigger push for them because they will be the #1 ranked tag team.
Adam, SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Why am I drawing the blank?
Christian Waller and Theory.
Oh, that's right. Waller and Theory.
A-Town down.
A-Town down.
Yeah.
A-Town
Right.
down. Why was I drawing a blank with that?
Because we really don't talk about the Kangaroo Jackass that much.
Well, I like the Kangaroo. I
Yeah,
love
I like
Austin
that.
Theory. I'm a fan. I think he's awesome.
Dave, I think that's when I fell asleep at Payback when they started bringing all the.
Well, now, Adam, you made a great point though, because if the Street Profits do get drafted to SmackDown, they could win those tag team titles.
Yeah. The draft ends tomorrow, and they have
Yeah.
a title shot Friday. So how does that work?
Yeah, why not? Hey, it could work. I mean, they could win it. I could see that.
Yeah, because I could definitely see the Street Profits being better than A-Town.
I don't
honestly.
see A-Town down keeping those titles past SummerSlam or even to SummerSlam.
Okay. Eileen checks in and says they have to go to SmackDown since one of them. You're right about it. We talked about significant other here.
Right.
You know, we
Yeah.
talked about
Montez Ford. Yes.
Yeah. That
Mhm.
makes sense. I mean, you can't have one brand versus the other. I mean, it just wouldn't. I don't know. I can see that happening.
Eileen all over it. Yeah, she's right.
Yes,
She's not,
thank you.
not
Thank you, Eileen. Thank you, Eileen.
Mm.
You know, somebody's got to braid that fake hair. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You know.
Don't tell the big man. That'll get upset with you.
No, I think it's real though.
He's so sure that
It's real.
it's real.
It has to be real, man. That's another story, another day.
I don't-
But yep.
That's another yeah.
Got a question. Sean says, "Hey, Cowboy Dave and Adam Glenn, who is the guy in the front? I don't know this person. I'm not here enough. Anyway, probably don't know because I really don't watch it. Apparently, can't watch all the time and watch it. But I don't know if he's talking about me. I think is it me?
Yeah, I think he might be talking about you.
Oh, I'm
think
just the
you do.
homeless guy that works down the street at Wawa. So they asked me to come on. So that's
That's
my name is
Mr.
Paul.
Fuji.
My name is Paul. Yeah, my name is Paul. You know, yeah. This is my first show I've ever done with these guys. So
Yeah.
I'm new to the network. Hopefully, I'm okay with you, Sean.
Yeah, he's new to the network.
I'm new here. It's my first show I've ever done in my life, so we're good. We're good. Definitely. He chimed in and says, "After all, it's Carlito's way." You know.
Yeah.
Carlito. Mhm.
Mm.
Now, with the draft, I mean, every year we see it here. You know, the NFL draft was a couple days ago. Of course, the NFL big thing. A lot of people watched it. A lot of people watched the WWE draft. What do you think about this draft? I mean, is it good for the ratings? Is it good to change things up? I mean, Dave, if I said, "Hey, Dave, you're going to go to this show. I'm going to go to this show. Adam, you're going to this show," I think it's good. What do you guys think about that? The draft every year.
I think this year's draft was good, but my problem with it was a lot of the wrestlers stayed the same. They stayed with the same brand.
Okay.
None of like Jey Uso stayed on Raw. You know, Seth Rollins stayed on Raw. If Seth Rollins would have jumped to SmackDown, that would have been fun to watch too.
Okay.
But I think a lot of, like there was some jumps. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm sorry. Nia Jax did jump over to SmackDown. I'll give her that. You know, just a lot of stayed the same. Nothing really changed. Not too much. I mean, the blood. Everybody's pretty much. You know, I think the biggest jump was the Kiana James was huge. Nobody saw that coming.
I agree. I mean, I had to look back at that and say, like, who is this girl? You know what I mean? I had to look at these names. Ken says I have to go to work, guys. Have fun, guys. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it.
I thought she left for work already.
That's what I'm thinking. I think he took our advice, that you guys' advice, say he feels a little sick. I think he went home, sat in bed for a little bit, saying,
You told us that 20 minutes ago you were going to work.
I do feel a
I think
little
it takes
sick.
like an hour to get ready.
Have fun, Ken. Be safe at work, brother.
What were you doing? Eating before you left?
Mhm.
Oh, man.
Sean says, "Oh, wow. Okay, Mr. Fuji, LOL. Yep, that's my nickname, guys. That's what I'm called. Oh, I remember you was Mr. Fuji. I can't see you on my phone. He has no video on his phone. He can only hear."
Oh, gotcha.
Key says Ken's on break. Oh, that's a pretty damn quick break.
The break, you just left.
Yeah, you just got to work. You already got a Twinkie break going on, Ken. Jesus,
Oh, my
5 minutes into the
Lord.
show, you know, but guys, real quick, I have a question for you. You guys are the big wrestling guys. I watch it here and there. I'm an old school guy. I used to watch it back then. But how long has the draft been in WWE history?
It's been a while.
Has it? Okay.
At least over 10 years, I would say.
Has it gotten better?
I think so.
Over the
I think
years.
it's better now than it was then.
Yeah, like it used to be good. Like like what big wrestlers like changing places, like LA not going to Raw, like what everybody expected this year. But now it's like more like focused on NXT.
Right. With NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, I think it's bigger now.
Do you see this Monday night coming up? Of course, the last round here. Do you see more NXT wrestlers coming in? Because that SmackDown,
Yes.
they showcased the NXT backstage. That everybody there. When Carmelo got drafted, everybody was congratulating, high five. And do you see more NXT wrestlers? And if you do you have a name coming up this Monday night, tomorrow night?
It's funny you should say that, because when you're watching shows, when you go to shows, NXT wrestlers will go to the main roster, and it will be off camera.
Okay.
You won't see them like what do they call it? Dark matches.
Okay.
Dark matches, which they'll bring up NXT wrestlers to the roster, but you won't see them on camera.
Okay.
But NXT, I could see some NXT wrestlers coming up. Sure, I mean, why not?
There has to be a couple names out there, but I'm not really.
I think tomorrow you'll see a surprise or two. Maybe somebody from SmackDown will be jumped to Raw or whatever.
Well, how about we just jump into it real quick? I mean, tomorrow night's the last night of the draft here. Of course, it's like round 5 to 7 here. What do you want to see? And let me just ask this. We'll pose this question first. What wrestler do you want to see either change brands or stay on a brand that you definitely have to have on a brand, or do you want to flip to another brand? Adam, I'll start with you.
I think the Street Profits need to stay on SmackDown because there's too many good tag teams on Raw.
Okay. Dave?
Yeah, the tag team division on Raw's got to get bigger, got to get better. I agree with that.
Okay.
It's a good question. I can't. You know what I would like to see? Honestly, I would love to see the Viking Raiders jump to SmackDown.
Really?
I wouldn't mind seeing Ivar go to SmackDown.
But Ivar was just drafted, right?
He
was just drafted last round. He's on Raw now.
Ivar?
Yeah.
Ivar wasn't drafted. He wasn't drafted yet.
Yeah, I thought he was drafted to Raw.
Yeah, he was just drafted, Dave. He was drafted.
Ivar went to Raw?
Yeah.
I got Kiana, Alpha,
Right
Sheamus,
there,
Ricochet, Liv, Braun,
Ivar.
Seth, and Jay.
Ivar.
Where's Ivar?
Ivar went there.
Ivar went to Raw?
Mm-hmm.
Or
He's been on Raw.
Yeah, he's on Raw. That's what we heard.
Ivar's been on Raw.
Well, he's on Raw. He was drafted.
But I'm saying he wasn't drafted yet.
I think he was.
I don't see his name.
Because when I did the overlay, I pulled his name up being drafted.
Jay, Seth, Braun, Liv, Ricochet, Sheamus, Alpha, Kiana.
We need to judge Eileen. We need to judge Eileen to chime in real quick.
Where do you see Ivar? I don't see Ivar.
Ivar was drafted. That's what we were sent from WWE.
Ivar was drafted.
If we're wrong, we're wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Okay, maybe he was and I missed it. That's a possibility.
I'm not. I'm just saying I had the.
No, you could be right. I could be wrong. I
thought he was. I thought because you actually talked about it. Ken talked about Ivar for a little bit there.
Bianca, Carmelo, Randy.
Because I think Eileen said something in the group chat. What's her name is pregnant. So they're maybe breaking them up and moving Ivar on his own a little bit.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. No, but I'm saying if Eric were to come back, because Eric's injured. Eric's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love. I mean, can't do it now. But I would love to see. I would love to see the Viking Raiders jump over to SmackDown. I think that'd be great.
Yep. Sean says, I think it's clever that all wrestling is put under some kind of umbrella scenario when it's more pivot points on different levels, like different levels, smart market branding. I agree. I think the change is really good. I mean, if something gets stale, you don't want it to run for the whole year. If something's not working, flip it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good scenario. But Dave, you said you can change your mind now. Ivar, since he's already there, you want to change that? And
yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? I got it. I know it. I know exactly what I want to do.
Uh-oh.
I know exactly what I. This would shake some things up big time.
Well, we are on out of the box, Dave. So shake it up, baby.
Bronson Reed to SmackDown.
I think that will happen.
What's the reasoning first, Dave?
Why not? Why not?
Why not? It's not a reason, Dave.
No, it would shake things up on SmackDown.
Where do you put him then?
Wow.
Where do you put him? In what scenario? What momentum are you gaining by putting him, Bronson Reed, on SmackDown?
You could give him U.S. title.
Okay. But wow, we talked about that ladder too, Dave, didn't we?
Yeah.
Already IC title on Raw, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind Bronson going to SmackDown though. I think he'd make it there. That'd be a good spot for him, I think.
Yeah, that's like a trade. Bronson for Braun Breaker. I could see that happen tomorrow.
Well, there is trades, correct? That don't bring that up yet.
Yeah,
Adam.
you can make trade. Yeah, there is.
Don't talk about that yet. That's my last thing I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, is
Mhm.
the possible trades, because we are going to play GM here. We are going to play GM for a second. But Adam, I'll start with you. What one person do you think has to stay on the roster that you can't get rid of, or one person that you want to bring to a different brand here?
I think the Street Profits need to stay on SmackDown.
Okay, you said Smack. Okay. I like how you said that, because I think they do need a tag team guy, because A-Town Down is not the answer for me. Just maybe a personal reasons. I don't know what it is, but I can't get behind the Kangaroo Jackass. I just can't do it. I need someone.
Am I the only guy that likes Grayson Waller? I think he's hysterical.
Dave,
I think
to be
you
honest
are.
with you, I think you are, because I remember as payback when we went up there. By the way, we did. Props to the WWE staff up there. They gave us great seats. Ringside there, of course, was Round the Box Sports
They
Entertainment.
did Grayson Waller effect.
And during the Grayson Waller effect, I think that was the time I got up and went to the bathroom. I don't remember.
I loved it because
I know you did.
Cody was the guest.
Yes. But yeah, I just can't get behind him. I think that's a great clue there, Adam. I think that's true. Street Profits over there.
I love when they brought the pom poms out. I was a fan.
Okay. Now, based on what we've seen, of course, we don't see a Monday night, of course, here. But based on your thinking here, if you're Dave, I'm going to make you. What's your favorite brand, Dave? We were Raw guy, right?
I love SmackDown.
Okay, Adam, I'm going to put you on Raw tonight. Okay, you're the GM.
I'm a
Raw
SmackDown
here.
guy.
Dave, you're the SmackDown GM here. I want you to, guys, and I'm going to be the judge here. I want you to work out a trade for one of your Dave's SmackDown and one of your Raw guys. Dave, I'll let you flip the coin here and tell me what SmackDown guy you want and what trade are you willing to get him.
What SmackDown guy I want?
Well, you're on SmackDown. You're on SmackDown.
From Raw to me, you mean?
Yep. I want you guys take a guy from Raw, and what are you willing to give up to me? We'll give up to Adam for a Raw member. What are you going to give up?
That's a good question.
It's only the best questions.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm going to give you time to think about your answer too. What you want to rebuttal, what you want to give up.
Okay.
Dave, I don't have the Jeopardy, thing here.
I know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I don't. I would love Jey Uso on SmackDown.
Adam, real quick, you gonna give up Jey Uso?
Nope.
Dave.
Nope. What are you gonna give?
Give me Jey Uso. I was gonna say I'll give you Bianca Belair for Jey Uso.
No, we got a good women's division.
But Adam, you know what he said? He'll give you Bianca, but then you got to have Ricochet too. It's a 2-for-1 deal, correct? Because they can't be separated, right?
Right.
And that's not going to happen because Samantha Irvin's not flipping the script here. I'm going to help you.
I'll give you. In fact, I'll give you Jey Uso, Bianca Belair. No, let's put it this way. No, I want Jey Uso, Braun Breaker.
Oh, that's a big talent coming up. That's the name. That's the name thing. That's the biggest name coming up in NXT, Dave.
I got you. And Kiana James.
Kiana, I can see. Mm-mm.
You just asked Braun Breaker. He's staying here.
He's the biggest name coming in from the NXT.
Yeah, well, him coming to SmackDown would be great.
Even though he's only wrestled a minute and the entire time at WWE.
So what? I'm okay with that.
He's the biggest name here. I don't know, Adam. Adam, what name do you want? What name do you want?
I'll give you if you can give me Jey Uso, Bianca Belair, Jey Uso, Braun Breaker, and I'll say Ricochet. I'll give you Randy Orton, LA Knight, and Andrade.
What do you want for LA Knight straight up? But
LA Knight straight up?
Big time.
For straight up? Oh,
yeah.
Jey Uso.
Okay. But I don't know if LA Knight.
You would give me Jey Uso for LA Knight. I'm okay with that.
Well, we got to check first to see if anybody has a no trade clause.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do, Wow, that name brand. That name would be pretty damn awesome there. Jey Uso for LA Knight. You're still getting that bang, of course. Yeet versus let me talk to you. You know what I mean? Wow.
That's
that's
to
not
bring
bad.
LA Knight to Raw, but no room for him.
That's true.
Good point.
Jay would fit in perfectly on SmackDown, Dave, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
The push would be extremely
Absolutely.
But on Raw, it wouldn't make sense. I mean, it's just not going to work out, Dave. I don't think so.
Oh, well, okay.
He did.
All right.
If CM Punk
I
doesn't
gave it a
come back,
shot.
There's
he's
a-
on Raw.
There's a name right there, CM Punk. What is the biggest name still out there that you think might move?
Punk's
right
still
now?
sitting out there.
What is the
There's
biggest
gonna be a
move?
big move on Raw tomorrow. There's always a big move.
Well, that's the
on
last
last
thing.
night.
What is the biggest move for tomorrow? What is the cliffhanger right now in Adam's head right now? What is the biggest thing that we're going to see on Raw tomorrow night from 8 to 11? What's the biggest thing during the draft, Adam?
I can see Street Profits being drafted to the Raw, but I don't think it should happen. But I think it might happen.
Okay. Any wrestlers that we're talking about like CM Punk? Where does he go?
I think Punk stays on Raw.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Raw is loaded right now, don't you think?
Raw's loaded. He has to be there, Raw. There's no
Don't you
other.
think
I
you need a
can't-
name? Don't you think you need a bigger name to go over to
You know what would be
SmackDown?
cool though, honestly? I just thought about this.
Uh-oh.
It hit me like a bolt of lightning.
Uh-oh.
Drew McIntyre to SmackDown. Drew McIntyre to SmackDown.
Where's Judgment Day?
SmackDown.
Wow. Kind of makes sense to me, don't you think?
I think so.
And then you bring in CM Punk to SmackDown too, maybe?
Oh, SmackDown would be rolling then.
That's what I mean. I mean, you bring like a trio of people that can't stand each other. You know, it's I hold the title, I lose the title, I cash the title, and you're the son of a bitch that made me lose the title. What
Right.
better way on SmackDown, right?
Exactly.
But Dave, I have a trade proposal for you.
God.
CM
Uh-oh.
Punk for LA Knight.
Ooh.
But
CM
but the thing is CM Punk ready to entertain right now? with
CM
the-
Punk for LA Knight.
Is he on the shelf for a little bit, Dave? That's the first question.
That's the thing. He's on the shelf. Yeah. Punk's on the shelf.
I mean, you got to throw a second and a third rounder in there, Adam, if you want to trade this one. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to bring the star to the big leagues.
That's what I mean, yeah.
LA Knight the big call. Sending CM Punk to the minors.
Oh, he wants to send
Oh,
CM Punk to the minors. He said,
You're calling
"Damn."
SmackDown the Miners?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, wow. The
I
better
kinda-
show. Wait, the better show. You're calling the Miners?
Yeah, you are. You got it right. You are B show.
Oh.
SmackDown's the better show than Raw.
But
Ross-
Raw got more talent.
Raw's 3 hours of boredness. At least 2 hours.
You know, that's funny you said that, Dave. Like usually I try to watch it, you know, I usually do things on Monday night, of course, but when I watch when I watch Raw, I don't check into probably around 8:30 to 8:40ish because that first 20 to 30 minute promo, I don't see any wrestling. It's just talking on the mic.
25 minutes of talk. That's all it is.
Right. Okay.
They could kill Raw 30 minutes, 25 minutes of talk and just.
He
Yeah.
called SmackDown the JV of wrestling.
It is
Oh,
not the JV
man.
show.
It's
Oh,
the B show.
man.
You
It's
don't
the
got
better
Cody,
show.
Cody, and you don't got
SmackDown is
Michelle,
so much
Cody.
better
But
than
you know
Raw.
what? The only thing I can say about that is don't knock JVs because I'm a JV coach. I'm not varsity, so I understand that many
Hey,
people need love.
I
too,
love.
you know,
I'm
but
I'll take SmackDown over Raw any day of the week.
I agree
Got
with you.
Cody
Adam.
in the bloodline.
But the only thing with
Besides that,
SmackDown is when you're at a show of SmackDown, it's so much shorter because you're losing 10. It's like,
That's true too. All right, gentlemen. Anything else before we get out of here? Now, I know Dave. Extra innings will not be on tomorrow. I'm going to go next week. I heard is what I'm saying. When are you going to be able? I know you and I are going to be doing maybe if it's possible. It's up to you. Wednesday night. It's up to you.
Wednesday night, 9:30. 2 and 5 boys. We'll be talking draft.
Yep.
And I would definitely. I don't know about. I can do Friday night, but it's going to be late if that's the case. Can't do Saturday. Can't do Sunday. I will be in Rehoboth Beach with my daughter.
Real quick,
He's in the
guys.
tournament.
Yeah, if you guys are out there, please make sure you follow Out of the Box Sports Twitter, you know, Entertainment OOTBS Sports on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, everywhere out there. We're everywhere. Stay tuned to all the updates. We try to put it on. We have a new Facebook page as well, giving you all show updates, live show information too. So make sure you stay tuned to that. We try to figure it out for you. I know if Ken can't do it, I can produce it for you. I don't have to be on. I'll produce it for you. But the only night I will not be able to do is Saturday because you guys already know Saturday is my UFC day.
Right.
Yeah, I'd rather do it Friday.
I'll be in Rehoboth Saturday and Sunday, so I will.
All right, Friday night. Are you good, Dave? Yes or no?
Friday night I should be good. It's got to be at least past 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock.
Are you good for that late, Adam, or no?
Yeah, I don't have anything to do Saturday, so I'm good.
No, Friday night.
Friday
night 11. Yeah, that's a good time.
All right, sounds
And-
good. We'll stay tuned. We'll put it out there for you Friday
because
night.
I have bowling till 10, and I should be back by 11.
All right, we'll do it like 11. Please stay tuned. Make sure you share, subscribe, like on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter for all updates, of course. And the next show, of course, will be the Sully Squad. That'll be on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. tomorrow night, talking all Philadelphia Eagles, of course, and them. And also, we'll be back on the Dallas Cowboys. We'll be back Wednesday night. The 215 boys, there's our draft pick. Dave and I will be talking about that. So, guys, make sure you stay tuned to all of our live shows coming up here on Out of the Box Entertainment, guys. And anything else as parting words before we get out of here, guys?
I want to thank all our viewers. If you guys are still watching, we really appreciate everything. You guys chiming in. It means a lot.
Appreciate it. 103 live viewers right now, guys. Just like Ken said earlier, most of them are from Twitter. We have about 99 viewers from Twitter right now. Guys, the easiest way to do it, and we want to hear from you. We want to understand what you're saying. Let us know your thoughts. If we're idiots, we're idiots. We're smart, we're smart. Let us know. All you got to do is hit that Twitter button, find what you want to watch. So all you know viewers out there, click the icon if you're watching the video that you're watching. It'll bring up a little box and click it one more time, and then a chat box at the bottom will appear. Let us know. Let us know your thoughts. If you agree, you don't agree, let us know. We appreciate it. Thank you. Please.
Absolutely.
And guys, the last comment of the night. Well, we actually have 2 comments really quick.
Okay.
Sean says, I would do anything for a couple dozen wings. If they're really good, I would give up a whole good set of wrestlers if they can make me chicken wings for a year. I agree. You can't go wrong with chicken wing, brother. And
Are they mild or are they?
Oh.
I'm asking.
Well, what do you prefer, Dave? What do you prefer?
I like mild. I'm a mild guy.
Adam, what
Sean
are
likes
you?
the hot wings.
I'm about the hot wing.
Here's the thing, Dave. One thing I love is hot stuff, correct? I have to have a
Oh,
lot
God.
of hot sauce and everything. Sean, I don't know if you can handle the wings that I make, though. I have like 7 different hot sauces with cayenne pepper, jalapeno.
Oh, he's on top of that. He got you.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
You guys are making my stomach turn on that.
You and him should switch recipes.
All right, I will, man. You probably need like 20 different hot sauces for mine. Like 3 gallons of hot sauce, and talking 3 different ones probably, but it's worth it. It's worth it. That's why I don't have any hair on my chest, honestly. But
Oh God, stop.
Sean says, "Thanks for doing the show all the time. I appreciate you chiming in. We appreciate that. If
Sean,
you're out
we
there,
appreciate
like
you
what you're
chiming in.
Make
Means
sure
a
if you're
lot.
on Facebook, make sure you share that out. Tell a friend, tell another friend. Please, we appreciate it, because on every show, as I always say, we don't do this show for our benefit. We do it for the viewers out there, and we do it because you guys make the show for
Wait a
us.
minute. But we did get to see the best tag team on Raw, SmackDown the other night, which I was happy to see.
Who?
The Dudley Boys.
Huh?
They announced the draft picks, and we got to see Bubba Ray and Devon, and to me, that's always a pleasure.
That means JBT doesn't have any tag teams.
Everybody's yelling, "Get the tables!" I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a thing about reminiscing, Dave, of what you've seen before versus
No,
what
I
you've
know, but
seen
no,
now.
they were just announcing the draft. That's all they were doing. They were there.
Yeah, but Dave, that's just like Sean and I, if I make wings for Sean, Sean makes wings for me. I know I want to taste these son of a bitch because they're extra hot. But then all of a sudden, Sean, it's just a picture. I don't have it. That's exactly what they gave me during the draft. I see the Dudley Boys, but I didn't get to eat the wings, Dave.
But if I get to see Devon and Bubba Ray, I'm good. I'm fine.
So you're okay at WrestleMania seeing Bubba in the ring as a ref announcer, just doing to get the tables and that. You're okay with that?
Absolutely.
All right, so it is that like reflection of, okay,
It's bringing me back to the late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, when wrestling was great. I agree.
When
with
wrestling was great.
Yes.
ECW.
I agree with
the
that.
Monday Night Wars.
Monday Night Wars. Yeah.
What was that thing, guys? They used to have on set. What was it? Saturday Night main event? Was it
Saturday Night's main event.
I
Absolutely.
Oh, I remember that.
I remember my mom used to yell at me because we had to get up for church at 7:30.
11:30 at night on
Yes.
Saturday night.
My mom used to scream at me "Turn that off, Paul!" And I'm like, "Nothing, Mom. I'm not watching it." And it used to be Saturday night at 11:30.
Saturday Night's main event. Yep.
Oh, man,
Hogan was the man on there.
I used to get yelled at for that all the time. Yeah.
For some reason, my mom let me. My friend used to always stay over. We watched it. For some reason, we were allowed to stay up.
Good time. It was like a special night. It was on every once a month or something.
Sean says, "Give the man the taste, Dave, the ring taste," and I love the late wrestling 90.
Yeah.
All right.
90s wrestling.
Only Ken could read Sean and East.
Yeah, I can't. I'm Japanese and I can't read that. I'm sorry, Sean. I need a hooked on phonics button on that because I don't know what the hell you said with that one.
The ECW days back in the Philadelphia Bingo Hall. Best times.
Gotcha.
So much fun. So much fun.
All right, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure working with you guys tonight. I really appreciate you letting me, spend a little hour with you guys here. I really appreciate it. You guys take me back to wrestling.
Way to make the tag there, big man.
Yeah, my hand actually still hurts from Ken slapping the shit out of my hand on a tag, but it's all good. I'll recover. I don't have the show till Wednesday, so I'll be okay. But guys, we appreciate you watching here, and of course, this is the Out of the Box Sports Entertainment Network, live streaming 7 days a week. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, we're everywhere. X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow on all the networks. We also have every show pretty much has their own Twitter account as well, as we have a lot of live viewers checking in from Ken's, also from the Silver and Black Layer, and
they're all here to see Adam. They're all here to see Adam.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And guys, I know Adam's here, Dave's here, Ken was here, and Eddie couldn't make it tonight. He had something. He was feeling a little under the weather, so he couldn't be there. But guys, for myself, Paul Spencer, the showstopper, Dave Yarnell, Adam, the answer, whatever he wants to call himself tonight, Dan, whatever he wants to call himself tonight. Of course, Ken Fry, the Bat Fry, and Eddie Prather, the professor of old school wrestling. Guys, I'm ready to take us out of here. You guys ready?
I'll take you out of here.
Let's do it.
You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let me tell you whose game this is. The Atomic Drop Podcast. Let me talk to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.